I'm gonna be steering this ship. Get it? 'Cause space. Um, yeah. So this is
The
gonna
ship.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ, Nick.
uh,
'Cause
uh,
space. This is gonna be a
Yeah.
nice
So
little
this is
just sort of uh in between session. We're gonna take a step back from last session. Um, a bit of a flashback. So in between the first and the second sessions of this game, there was a large 6 month gap. In that time, it's pretty. It's easy to think that you guys had your fair share of adventures in those 6 months, and we are going to look into just one of them. So turn the clocks back. I mean, I feel like it'd be kind of a cool scene. The ship crashing through trees. Dirt being pushed up. Everybody's bodies are flying everywhere in the ship, and all of a sudden, it's just kind of a freeze frame, and then everything starts to reverse in like 30 times speed. And we go back to approximately 3 months earlier. Currently, the only people in the ship are Zephyr, Tamar, Enthenak, and Kevin. Um, Ox and Ferric both at some point kind of mysteriously disappeared, like some business that they said that they had to attend to, although the kind of general feeling of questioning over this it kind of hangs over the ship. And Loaderbot, Root, he's just right now he's just kind of broken down. And Ox isn't around, or rather Ferric isn't around to fix him up, so you guys are just kind of having him, using him as
Be a
a
table.
coaster. Yeah, a table. That's right. So now that we've kind of set the scene as to the situation of the current party, we actually have to go a little more in depth. So recently, you all had, I mean, for the past few months, you all have just kind of been going around taking up general work, answering distress beacons, going down, seeing whatever can get you guys the most credits. Is credits the currency in space, Max? Anyone who knows?
absolutely.
All right. It's sci-fi, of course. It's credits.
it's actually space pesos.
Max, anyone? Pesos,
Yes.
Bezos.
Spaceos.
I guess.
I like
So
it. We're going with that.
you've been all
Bezos,
on
right.
on a string of jobs, just kind of in and out, everywhere from escorting people to hunting beasts to hunting down bandits, cargo, everything, anything that you can earn you a little more spaceos. This job seemed easy enough, the one you are currently on. You had recently received a distress beacon originating from the planet of Verident. Um, the a local tribe there, the village of Oakfee, to be specific, had been sending out a distress beacon for their village had been recently under the tyranny of a local gang of spacers who would come in and bully them out of any money that they would make off of their crops. They were simple farmers. So it seemed like a fairly simple job. You had received the distress beacon. All you had to do was take care of this gang. It all seemed simple. Well, one thing led to another. Perhaps it was some foul words exchanged. All in all, it probably was Kevin's fault. But it all culminated in this scene that we enter in now. It's the planet of Verident, seemingly inhospitable planet, just fields of cracked earth and swirling sands. Yet there does exist life, isolated communities of particularly resilient people, most of them farmers. Technology here is up to date with the rest of the galaxy, though the amount available is usually limited. Space traffic isn't very common, and these people are usually kept to themselves. We go into one of these isolated communities, a collection of huts, kind of making a sort of dot on the landscape. We zoom in and we see that in this town circle, surrounded by these mud and straw huts, are three peculiar individuals. We know them as Kevin, Tamar, Enthenak, and Zephyr. The situation we're currently in. Like I said before, you guys ran into some trouble with the local gang. You thought you could take them out easily. Turns out they're a little tougher. And it's all culminated in this showdown. The scene right now, you're all surrounded on all sides. About 4 or 5 of these evil, grungy-looking spacers, armed with scrap metal armor and dingy blasters. All of them having a sort of, come on, what are you going to do? Look in their eyes. Behind them, an easily 10-foot tall Goliath of an alien, one that none of you have seen before. Similarly outfitted with this sort of scrap metal and marked with the symbol of this gang. The 4 of you are currently in the middle of them. 3 of you are standing. This whole conflict arose predictably because Kevin was Kevin. He probably started some trouble and before any of you could stop him, he found himself at the end of one of the gang's shivs. He currently lies on the ground, motionless, his eyes seeming vacant. This wasn't any ordinary stab wound. And this is what you're looking at. And also now is when you're all going to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
I know how to do that.
That segue, though.
Okay. I know where initiative is. There we go.
It really fucking sucks Tamar's here. I know that sounds bad, but I really would prefer her being safe. She's such a good healer, but I didn't say it was just not good at fighting. Oh, no, you got the stun.
Yeah, but
People.
I'm not good at it.
Oh, it's something.
Don't worry, guys.
Most healers
for the
completely
dying.
forego combat. At least you can do something.
Oh yeah, because she was a soldier. She's not stupid.
Yeah, well, that's harsh. He rolled a 0 initiative.
Looks like this big guy is not going to have a turn.
Yeah, how do you handle 0 initiative?
He just knocks himself out.
He just
Sorry,
lives on a
guys.
banana peel.
He
I'll
decides to
come back
leave.
later.
He's just like, yeah, you know what? I'm not in the mood for fighting. All right, so let's get this ball rolling. Tamar.
Great.
If you guys have any questions about the setup, I know my setup was a little vague. You can go ahead.
Did Kevin crap himself when he died?
You can't tell
He's
from
not
where you're
dead.
currently standing. He's not dead.
Okay.
Who doesn't crap
I'm just
himself?
wondering. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I
that's
was
like
wondering.
literally a thing that happens.
That's what I was wondering. You know.
You pooped your pants. That's it.
All right. Well, I don't. Wait. Hang on.
That's why I'm gonna poop before I die.
I'm alright. It'll be a surprise.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to Zephyr
Be a surprise. That's me.
and I'm gonna cast guidance.
Nice.
All right.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Now, I correct. So your class is healer, right?
Yes.
Does that mean is this magic or is this more of just kind of a procedure?
So the way Max and I were playing it is that she's actually got like divine magic, but she makes it appear as much as she
I
can
see.
like it's something scientific happening, because most people don't believe in that shit anymore
So
in Max's universe. So.
so how does this kind of guidance? What does this look like? Is it just kind of like you
Hey.
pointing at like
Slap on the ass.
Get
Get out there.
So
Oh.
that's an option. Like she runs up and she like touches your shoulder, but she says, "I I imagine because she's a doctor, she knows exactly like the best places to hit.
Uh-huh.
So she just kind of points them out.
Very nice. Will that complete your turn, Madame?
And then, yeah, I think so. I don't have any. I mean,
Alright then.
healing word is a bonus action, but nobody needs that yet.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin.
Kevin.
Wait. Kevin does. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Hit him with it.
Yep.
Cure his wound, and it's very large, but sure, eventually it'll work.
Damn, 9 hit points.
Alright. So you kind of do this hidden incantation, and like you feel like you did it like perfectly. But you don't see Kevin move a muscle.
All right.
Will that be your turn?
Yes.
All right.
I probably should have hidden. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
So these here spacers, bandit spacers, whatever you want to call them. So these two are me. This guy who just stabbed Kevin, like he just pulled out his knife and then he kind of whipped it into his side and he pulls out his blaster and he aims it right down his sight at Enthenek, as does the one behind him. So those ones are gonna shoot. What's your armor class?
20.
20, right? Okay.
Dang, man.
Jeez. Okay. So this one over here. This one aims to shoot, and obviously he's looking a little cocky. Like he's got that look on his face. He's like, yeah, because he just killed this chicken, or so he thinks. And so he lines up his shot, and he doesn't really look at it. Like he barely even looks at you, but he just fires the shot. But the shot veers completely past you, and it actually impacts in his on his friend over here. Yeah, he missed you by a good margin. And this one, I like the idea that for you, because like you're just that much of a beast, that when like attacks miss, sometimes it's that they miss, but other times it's just because they hit you and they just do nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was explaining last time. Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah, so I like the idea that this one kind of shoots at you and the blast just dissipates on like your back and doesn't even like it doesn't do anything else. These two are gonna shoot, one at Zephyr, one at Tamar. What are your armor classes respectively?
Oh, this is right. My armor class thing wasn't working before. Or no, that wasn't this one. It's just that she doesn't have an armor class. It's 12.
It's 12. Zephyr?
Mm-hmm.
Mine is 14.
14? All right. So Zephyr, you're able to kind of duck. By the way, this is sort of like a well in the center. The walls are about 3 feet high, or 2 feet high. Zephyr, you're able to kind of duck down and avoid the shot from this particular bandit's blast, but the other one aims right at Tamar, and Tamar, you're kind of busy like helping with Zephyr that you don't even like really see him aiming for you, and a shot hits you right in the side. Ooh, I didn't even look at the damage. Dealing 11 damage.
Good. That's great.
This
Which one shot at her?
this one.
Okay, cool. That's the one I'm gonna kill first.
And
Now, question.
Yeah.
Do these guys have what I like to call Enthenak guns?
What
Guns made specific for Enthenak?
No.
Because last game, last game Max had to stop in the middle of combat and add them guns because none of their guns could do me any damage.
Oh yeah, I remember cannon and better cannon. But I don't know.
Alright, cool.
I'm not gonna tell you that.
Alright.
Anyway, this one is.
I better hope they don't because Tamar's dead.
This one's gonna kind of take a back up. Oh, by the way, the your rulers aren't gonna be accurate unless you multiply it by 2. Multiply your rulers by 2. By the way, the
All right.
mentally.
Multiply the rulers by 2.
Because I made the huts too big and I didn't feel like shrinking them down, so I just made the grid
So this 30 feet is actually 60 feet?
No, that 30 feet is 15 feet. Or
Oh,
divide it by
divide
2.
it by 2.
Divide it by 2 is what
Oh,
I
okay.
should have said.
I was like, are you serious? like these
You're
guys
all
are
giants.
That's a
84
very
feet
large
away.
giant.
Yeah, no, to divide everything by 2 is what I meant to
This guy's
say.
40 feet wide.
Okay, I get it. All right, Enthenac.
All right.
Might I just say, by the way, Enthenac Clay is a cool name.
Thank you.
Like the first and last name play off each other well. What is it going to be, Mr. Clay?
Well, I'm going to move 20 feet to here and strike this mofo. I mean, not get on top of him.
Do it.
All right. We're gonna hit him with the plasma greatsword.
All right.
And as I stroll up, I'm gonna go. I'll take care of the big guy. Keep the little ones off my back. And as I walk, I rip out my plasma greatsword from my side. I click the button and I bring it overhead and slash downwards.
Nice. Yeah. So that's definitely going to hit. It just slashes across this beast's chest, reels back, flailing its arms, going. Roar! Yeah, and that did a good amount of damage too. All right. Well, that complete your turn,
Yes, that is all.
Zephyr.
All right. I kind of have like a. So I want to hit this guy, and he
Is 15 feet away.
he's 15. Yeah. Okay. Go for the long range scope, and hold on. Guidance is 1d4. Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna use your guidance.
Yeah.
No,
11.
Nice. So it's kind of like you aim up to shoot, but then you like think about what Tamar said, and you're like, all right, and then you adjust your aim and you shoot, and it still kind of goes over his shoulder.
No one
So,
saw
yeah.
it. Don't worry.
Shoot.
Are you moving at all? Doing anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. This big guy right here, looking down at Enthenac, and he brings up this weapon. And this weapon, it's like this weird like hodgepodge of like scrap metal and like just metal beams to form what kind of looks like a hammer. And he reels back to swing it at you, and you actually realize as he's bringing it down at you, there's actually like some form of an engine behind the head of the hammer, giving it that extra boost as it swings down at you.
Oh, someone's getting a new weapon.
It's also like 3 feet taller than you.
I'm 8 feet tall.
It's a big wet. Okay, what's your armor class? You said 20. Ooh. Okay,
Probably
so
hits.
yeah, this one's gonna hit you.
Yeah.
It's gonna crush right into your side, dealing 18 damage.
So 11 damage.
Oh, that's right. You've reduced damage.
Still, that wasn't very comfortable. That was a lot of damage.
Tamar.
All right. Let's see. Um. So I guess I'm gonna use healing hands on myself,
All right.
which is a level of cure wounds.
Fair enough. So do you just kind of disguise this as like bandaging yourself up?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I give myself 8 hit points, and then I'm gonna, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna like disguise it as curse words, but I'm gonna shoot another healing word out. This time at in the neck.
All
So I
right.
just got him.
Thank you very much. Ooh, another 9. You're rolling good.
Very nice. Will that be all?
I'm gonna. I don't.
Oh shoot.
Because pretty much anywhere I move, I'm gonna have somebody have line of sight on me. So yeah, I'll just stay here. I'll just like crouch down.
All right. These guys. These two up here are gonna both take their or this one and that one are gonna both take their aim at Zephyr. Um, 1 second.
I'm sorry. Say that. What did you say?
1 second.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What you said your armor class was 14?
Yes.
Okay. So one of them shoots at you, and again you're kind of able to get out of the way and it sails past you. But the other one, while you're dodging, the other one comes and it blasts you right in the chest. Dealing 7 damage.
All right.
Now, this one right here is just going to turn around and try to just blast at Enthenek. And let me tell you, he's probably...
You know, funny enough, I may have one of the highest ACs of the group, but I still think I get hit the most. Which is funny.
And again, this one again just blasts at you, but it glances off of your shoulder. But this one then is going to take a shot at Tamar.
I lied. My HP is actually or not my HP. My armor class is actually 13, not 12.
13. Okay. Well, that's good because this one blasts and it kind of aimed a little low, and the blast just collides into the stone wall surrounding the well, causing a cloud of debris.
All right.
And this one then is going to move a little, trying to keep his distance from the raging alien monster. And that brings end to that.
Oh, right. I should do this. I'm gonna go ahead and pop a painkiller.
Okay. What does that do?
It gives me. I can spend hit die to increase my temporary and maximum hit points.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 hit die because I can. And my health goes up by 23.
Jesus Christ. All right. Now that you can use the better guns. Now, does that constitute a bonus action or just an action? Do you know?
I think it's a bonus action.
Is there a specific? That sounds like a bonus action to me.
Oh yeah. We decided it was a bonus action in the tavern.
If popping a potion is a bonus action, I'd say that's an bonus action.
It isn't though.
Yeah.
It isn't?
No, using a health potion is an action.
Oh.
That is correct.
I don't know if you want to change it,
that's
but
why-
when we were in the tavern, Max said it's just a bonus action. You can change it if you wish, though.
I'm not here.
You are
Well-
currently the DM.
I won't go back on a rule previously stated unless it benefits me. So
Okay.
you're good to go. You
In
can.
that case, I'm gonna plasma sword this fuck. Ah, damn it.
Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. So you're gonna bring up this sword, and he's just gonna bear his massive hammer, and you're just gonna strike at the handle. Sparks go a flying. Will that be all?
Yeah, that's all.
Zephyr.
All right. I'm gonna go shoot for the same guy.
All right. Hopefully, the better.
Yeah.
Yep, that's better. All right. Yeah. So you shoot across it, and it hits him right in the shoulder. He does a little recoil back. He's bleeding, but standing. And before I make the big guy go, I will be 10 seconds.
How's everyone looking?
I'm looking perfect.
Yeah, you're good now, right?
All right.
I'm hurt a
Zephyr, have
tad,
you been
but
hit?
nothing I can't handle.
Okay.
Okay. So this big guy, again, he's going to let out a roar, and he's going to send this super sledgehammer thing reeling at Enthenac. But imagine this one, Enthenac, you just like take a step back, and it just kind of like golf swing, like phew, right in front of you, kicking up sand. But it's not going to hit.
Nice.
Tamar.
Actually, as it goes by, does it seem to be like? Does the actual engine seem to be running?
Yeah, like it seems like every time he swings, there's like a burst of like exhaust and of like fire from the back, and like you kind of see it went like when he reels up and then he swings right when that engine kicks in, like the swing goes by faster. So yes,
Nice. Okay.
Tamar.
Okay.
Oh God, I just realized he just got a natural 20.
Yep. Um. So, how bad are you looking, Zephyr? Like, if you had to put a number on it?
Zephyr.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How bad are you looking?
On a scale of 1 to 20, I would say a 13.
Okay. I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna just inject him with a painkiller.
Awesome.
Checked him with a painkiller.
Just
Just
like-
stick it up his nose.
No, like in the back of the neck, like Dr. McCoy style, just like.
How much does that add?
You can roll your hit dice.
Yeah, roll 1 or 2 hit die. Plus your or you can roll hit die up to your Constitution modifier, minimum 1, and increase your temporary and maximum hit points by that number.
And then because I am,
So you get 16 extra hit points.
Nice.
and then I have another thing that I haven't been paying attention to because I'm dumb.
So I have 16 plus hit points.
Oh wait, no, I can't do that yet. Never mind.
Yeah,
it wasn't a
what's
healer's
your-
kit.
What's your normal hit points? Take that and add 16. That's your new maximum. Then add 16 on your current hit points.
Oh, okay.
So anything else, Tamar?
And the guidance is touch. Me. Yeah, I would love to run up and give you some guidance, but that's a lot of ground to cover. So I'm just gonna look at Zephyr and touch his shoulder again. Be like, that guy is missing a chunk of his armor. Go for him.
Got it.
Guidance.
More guidance for Zephyr.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my turn. Right. Sorry, I had my health wrong. I had to fix it.
It's not
Is
your
it
turn. Hold on.
It's the little ninja guys.
Yeah, I accidentally. Spacer bandits. All right.
Space ninjas, clearly.
So
give guidance.
Zephyr.
Zephyr?
She gave it
Okay,
to.
good.
So the two
Yeah,
at the
because
top.
it's touch. I'm sorry.
No, guidance. No, that's perfectly fine. I wasn't paying attention. I had to fix my health.
Yeah, you're good.
So the two at the top are going to both whip around and blast two blasts towards Enthenac. Neither of them hit. You know what?
Don't you dare whip out the better cannons.
No, I was just deciding to take it off Whisper. Because this game doesn't usually use Whisper. Consistency. All right. And then The one at the bottom right is going to take a blast at Zephyr, and the one at the bottom left is going to take a blast at Tamar.
Good. Well,
Tamar's good. Zephyr, that's a hit for 5 damage.
All right.
And that'll be their turn. So, Enthenek, now it is your turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna slash at this guy. 15 to hit, 22 damage.
Yep, that'll hit him.
Okay, and
That'll
I think
do the
that's-
thing.
Yep, that's all I'm gonna do.
I guarantee it.
Was that a vertical, horizontal, or diagonal slash?
I'm gonna go across the stomach.
Horizontal, diagonal, or vertical?
Horizontal.
All right, cool. Zephyr.
That's me. All right. I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm really angry at this one guy. I'm gonna kill
Kill
him.
him, Zeph. Oh,
Dang it! Hold on. Wait. I have guidance again, don't I?
it's a natural one, dude.
Oh shoot.
Guidance might make it.
Oh, you're right.
The natural one is an instant failure, guys.
But the guidance,
The guidance doesn't do anything. It's still a natural failure.
it will
Ugh.
guide his failure.
Darn
It
it.
doesn't work like that.
I won't do it.
Stop
I'm not gonna
breaking the
do it.
rules.
Don't you only have it for a turn, and how long does it last?
it lasts the
Concentration
duration of
up to
the
a minute.
spell. So yeah, as long as I don't cast any more spells.
No, you
Oh.
can cast other spells. Just don't lose your concentration.
Wait. You can roll the die before or after making the ability check. Then the spell ends.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's
so-
concentration up to a minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
You can cast other spells. Just don't lose your concentration.
well, I can't cast other concentration spells.
That is correct.
And just don't get hit and lose your concentration.
Ah,
Sorry, I'm rules learned.
well, I mean, I'm pretty good at wisdom, so
It's a constitution.
Yeah,
save.
it's a
or
constitution save.
constitution. I have pretty good constitution too.
That's good.
Will that be all, Zephyr?
Yes.
This guy's real mad. He's gonna make an overhead smash, aiming right for your head.
All right, bring it on.
That's no bueno.
That hits. -7. What's 13 minus 7?
6.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
I'm not good at quick math.
And he will
Alright.
do nothing else. Which brings us to Tamar.
Right. You didn't really take that much damage. And technically, yeah, the spell stops, I believe.
Infinak is bleeding, but not badly.
Yeah. So, in an attempt to make this guy, like, distracted and not. Wait, hang on. I need to check. Oh, yeah, I can definitely make that. In an attempt to make this guy disengage with his gun, she's going to run up and try to stun baton him.
Do it.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Does that hit?
It does indeed hit.
Nice.
So does he? Well, I'm sorry. How does that work then?
It just is. All it does is it's non-lethal damage, but it's
Got it.
basically 3 damage. One of that is shocking him.
So
It's-
yeah, I imagine you just kind of run up and like just jab him right in the gut, and he goes a little. But
Mm-hmm.
now he's looking a little mad at you,
That's okay.
which means this guy's gonna holster his gun real quick, pull out his little knife, and take a stab at you. By knife, I meant stun baton.
Oh, he has one?
If we were to like duct tape 12 stun batons together and then just toss them at a guy, with the buttons all pressed down. Do you think it could just 10d6 lightning or something?
So yeah, this guy goes to swing, but I guess you duck, and he was putting everything into the swing because it just whips around, and it actually goes and flies through the air, bopping this guy in the head.
These guys are more detrimental to themselves than they are to us.
I mean, that first time they shot me was not great.
Good point.
And the time the big guy hit you was not amazing.
Yeah, that tickled.
All right, so 2 of them are going to take shots at Zephyr. One of them is going to take a shot at Anthony.
Holy shit.
They all hit. Zephyr, you get hit for 18. And you get hit for 8. This one,
Which is 1.
Which is 1. So you feel a little prick in your lower back.
Oh, must be gnats.
Anthony. Berserk away.
All right. I'm just gonna. I'm respectful. Oof, that may not hit.
How do you kill him?
All right. I'm gonna bring up my sword over my head. I'm bringing it down onto his collarbone, and I want to dissect him from the shoulder down to the hip.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to say this guy is real big and beefy. So you definitely cut in through him, and it's a solid slash, but you don't quite get through him all the way. But instead now there's a large pile of innards on the floor.
That's fine by me. And as a movement, can I pick up his hammer? Because I can wield larger weapons.
1 second. Let me look at something. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, you can pick it up. You got yourself a power sledge, my friend.
A power sledge. Oof. Okay, is that in any book or what?
Yeah, it's in the 5th Age book.
5th Age book. Got it. All right. That's all I'm doing. I spent my movement to pick it up, so that's all I'm doing.
Zephyr.
That's me. All right, so I'm not having much fun.
You do still have guidance.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to. Are you stunning this guy? Are you fighting? All right. So if you're fighting that guy, I'm gonna turn over to this guy. Hit him with a burst of my rifle.
Which guy did you say?
This one. This little dude. Caw-caw.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Bam!
You.
My holy shit, dude.
That was 3 rounds of that.
Done hurt him good.
But yeah, you just spray him all 3 shots, like going straight up his chest, and he just falls back in a pool of blood.
Can I use my movement to come back here?
Absolutely not.
And then hide behind the well.
You can kind of just hang out there.
Great.
Tamar.
Okay. I'm going to. Oh, I don't think I have that yet. Nope. So he's going to get an attack of opportunity, but I'm going to run back to Zephyr.
All right. Yep. He's gonna swipe at you. Well, actually, he doesn't have a stung baton anymore. Because he threw it.
Unarmed.
So he's gonna punch you, which is just kind of a strength check, isn't it? this guy, this guy can't get a break.
He doesn't know what to do when they're up on top of him. Like
He goes to lunge at you, like and it almost looks like it's kind of like a grab, but you get out of the way just in time that he like put all his force through it, so he just goes tumbling to the ground.
and then I get to use one of my healer kits. Or I'm going to use one of the healer kits. Hang on. Why did I make this editable? That's stupid. Editable.
You made it edible?
Yep. And which is stupid, I didn't write anything. It's fine. When I use a healer kit to tend to a creature, I can restore 1d6 plus my healer level.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you picked up the healer feat. Go for it.
No, that just comes with my class.
Oh, really? I guess that's why it's the healer class. Didoy.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Sycamore.
So like in healing him, you accidentally like pull out a wire from his arm. You're like, oh, well, you're like he's mostly better. Like in the end, the net gain is positive, but all right. Will that be all?
Was that 3 plus? Oh, so that was just 3. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'll live.
I mean, it's better.
All right. These guys at the top are just gonna open fire on Enthenac because they're scared. Goes deflecting off your chest in a glorious scene. I believe each blast hit one of your pectoral muscles.
Oh, without a doubt. And I flexed right as they hit, so they went.
Like the Terry Crews. Like
Exactly. Just pating, pating, and they just went flying off into the distance.
And they're gonna take a few steps back.
Can't outrun the beast.
This one's gonna spend its movement to stand up.
I believe it's only half movement.
Half movement.
I'm rules lawyering again. I'm sorry.
He's not. It doesn't matter because he's not moving anyway. But he's gonna pull out that pistol of his and send a shot at Tamar. Let's see if he's any luckier. Nope. This guy's like the newbie. Like he just got picked up into this gang.
Tamar's actually just that good. It's like
Yeah, I like to believe Tamar's just that good.
Doing an interpretive dance out of the way.
All right, Antonak, rip these guys to shreds.
I can only rip one of them to shreds.
Unless you use this hammer. Which
No.
which case you'll just crush them to shreds.
Yeah. Actually, I am going to use the hammer because my plasma sword takes charges.
All right.
Oh, I just rolled a death save. Whoops, ignore that.
That is the wrong one.
He's dying.
Yeah, I'm going to...
You
As I walk over, dragging the power sledge behind me, I click the button on my plasma greatsword and sheath it. And I'm going to bring the power sledge up over my shoulder and slam it down onto this guy.
Know that? Are you proficient with power sledge? Is the question.
Oh, if I'm not, then it is a
Then that's just
15 to hit.
I'm gonna say you aren't proficient with the power sledge, I'd say. But that's still, it doesn't make a difference because this guy is now like, you know when you crush a can?
Oh, God.
Splat. Anything else?
No, that's all.
All right, Zephyr.
Actually,
Oh,
sorry, my bad. I have
No
20
problem.
feet of movement. Actually, I have 10 feet of movement. I'm going to move this way.
Actually, only.
I have 40 feet of movement.
Oh, you got to
So
divide
it
by
was-
2.
It was no. Max fixed the map.
Because Matt, you fixed them. Oh, that you did. Oh, look at that.
What a nice man.
Fancy. You're doing what I did in the awning game, fixing things without me noticing. Anyway, Zephyr.
Okay. So these two are still alive. I'm gonna. That's okay. I'm gonna just run around.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna aim for this one. And
Which one?
it's worked so far. Might as well go with the burst shot.
The top one?
Nice, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. This one is how many rounds are in a or how many bullets are in a
I think 3 for burst.
no, I mean like how much more do you have to reload?
Oh.
Okay, so that was 3.
And you took 2 shots earlier.
And that was 3. So
5.
that's 6.
18 in a
7.
clip.
Yeah.
Alright, well you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good now anyway. But yeah, this guy again, just 3 shots solidly to the chest, he goes flying back.
I have half a clip.
And he's dead. Tamar?
All right, I'm gonna
this one
walk-
guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk towards the new guy. I'm gonna look at him. Right. Do you really think you can win?
It's this little you kind of see it like it's like the armor they gave him is like 2 sizes too big, so there's like big gaps in like his shoulder guards and everything. And it's just like this scrawny little kid, you know,
Oh,
with kind of like like the ghost mustache, where it's like he can't grow a mustache, but
Oh,
he's got
that's
something there. And he's like kind of shaking and he's kind of holding up his gun, and he's just gonna turn around and drop his pistol and just run for the hills.
all right. Well, I was gonna heal him, but that's okay.
He runs before you can do anything. And he's gone.
He vanishes like a vampire.
Oh, phew. All right, so now that the dust kind of starts to settle down, you look around and you see the local populace, the villagers, all start to empty out from their homes to greet you. The people that live here, they're an alien race on this planet. They look mostly humanoid, other than the fact that their skin is lavender purple and their skin is covered with orange dots. And other than that, their ears are long and pointed and extend far above their heads. So they all kind of start to slowly come out, and the people start to wave other people out, like yeah, it's okay. And then once there's a large enough people out of there, they all just start to clap and applaud, like yeah, woo. What are you all doing?
I turned to Tamar and I usually don't get recognized as a hero. It's quite odd.
It's our first time for everything. In Freya's voice. Damn it.
Mixing characters.
Scottish is so much easier than German for me.
So what was this? What are you doing tomorrow?
Attempting to figure out what's going on with Kevin.
All right, yeah. So you kind of kneel down.
Ah!
And, she's here.
Phantom of the Opera.
You kind of kneel down and kind of inspect Kevin, and again, he's just kind of lying on the ground, like his eyes vacant. He's not even making a sound. And you kind of look and you find, you see the big red spot in his sweatshirt. And you kind of inspect the wound, and you see that it's like this wound, and it's almost like the wound's like already starting to fester. There's this sort of lavender foam sort of accumulating around like the edges of the wound.
Oh, I have stuff for this. Does it look like poisonous or like
Still going off of that medicine check you made, you say it looks like there was a poison involved.
Okay.
And as you're kind of inspecting that, you kind of hear a voice who says, "Nothing you have is going to be able to help him." And if you kind of look up, you kind of see this older villager like the others, purple skin, long ears, but this one has kind of a long beard around his chin, and he comes up with a cane and he says, "Your friend there, he's not waking up for a while now. That was Arathi poison he was stabbed with, something these spacers like to use. He's in a catatonic state."
Thank you, polka dot wizard. No, I'm just kidding.
There's nothing you have that will be able to help him.
Is there some sort of remedy?
There is one that we know of. If you want to help your friend, you're going to have to go on a bit of a journey. And he says, join me, quick, to my hut, And he turns around and he starts walking backwards. Anthony, what were you doing during all this?
Indonak's a very social person. He's shaking hands, kissing
He's
hands,
going around, he's like, yeah!
fist bumping. Like he's teaching these people what a fist bump is. He's doing special handshakes with a few certain people. Like he's getting to know the crowd.
They're loving it. They're like, yeah! As people are starting to gather more around you than the other ones, they're like, yeah!
King of the Sand People, 32.95.
But this old man, he kind of like turned around without seeing whether you guys were following, and he just kind of like, after me, come on now, and he just kind of starts walking off in a direction towards a hut that's larger than the rest.
So Tamar kind of mumbles under her breath in Elvish, "You don't know what I've got, old man." And then looks over at Zephyr. "Can you help me carry this chicken?"
I look over at I look over at Kevin and I'm like, he's not that big, is he? I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't worry.
I was just saying, you can do it. You're good.
I only have -1 strength, so.
Zephyr, make a strength check.
All right.
Oh, if he fails, I'm gonna just.
All right.
Hey!
So you're kind of like half dragging him, like you're holding him up by his shoulders, and you're kind of walking backwards, and his legs are kind of making a nice trail in the dust. Every once in a while, there's a feather.
Seeing this, can I just grab him and throw him over my shoulder?
Yes, you can. Well, I feel like your passive strength is probably enough.
I have a +6 to my strength.
Yeah. You can, if you, as soon as you see this, you can just kind of walk over and just kind of hoist him up over your shoulder.
Show off.
Awesome.
And I assume.
Call me to show off.
And I assume you all follow.
Tamar is super salty about being told that she doesn't know how to heal people. She is not happy.
So I assume you all follow then.
Yes.
So kind of keeping up with the old man, you kind of find him at this hut. It's kind of at the very edge of this village. This hut larger than the rest. The doorway kind of anointed with kind of this kind of straw entryway, and there's a few skulls hanging by along the door frame. Once you get inside, you see it's a fairly simple kind of just one room. Just this round area, a large woven carpet sits in the center, and around the edges, there's various different containers and a desk, a bed, everything. And you see that the old man has gone to the far side of the hut and sat down in a chair. And as he sees you, he kind of beckons you. He's saying, "Come on now, come on. You can take down a bunch of spacers. You can make your way to the back of this hut." And upon you all entering, he says, "My name is Elder Crisco. I thank you all for saving my village. I owe you all a great debt. And because of that, I'll help you save your feathered friend there." And he kind of beckons for him to Crisco, not Cisco.
Like, so hard?
It's actually spelled like that. So no.
Okay. No. We're not going to try.
And he looks at Enthenek and he kind of beckons him towards what kind of looks like a makeshift stretcher almost that's sitting near where the old man is sitting.
Okay, I put him down. And I go and stand in the corner.
He's like, muscle. What, nothing more. He kind of mumbles to himself, and he looks towards Tamar and Zephyr, and he says, "Like I said, your friend here, he was stabbed with a blade, coated in Arathi poison. That stuff's nasty stuff. Puts the user or puts the victim in a catatonic state, something he won't wake from unless he's administered the antidote. Now, the antidote, that's something that's not so easy to find, but seeing how easily for most of you," and he kind of takes a look at Enthenak, "how easily you dealt with those spacers, I'm sure it'll be an easy task for you, huh?" And he kind of walks up and he goes to some like there's a drawer that's kind of in this sort of makeshift woven dresser, and he goes rooting through a few things. And as he's rooting through, he's talking. He says, "The only known antidote, or at least known around here, antidote to Arathi poison is found from a plant that only grows on one planet. Planet by the name of," and with that, he kind of pulls out what kind of almost looks like a flash drive almost looking thing, and he says, "Planet of Joriel-7." And he turns around and he kind of makes his way back over, and he goes to Tamar and he hands her the flash drive looking thing. He says, "That thing there, that'll give you the coordinates in your shift to Joriel-7. It's not on a lot of common charts used by people nowadays. It's an abandoned mining facility. No one's gone there in years, but it's the location of the only known antidote for Arathi poison. Yeah, I'll watch your friend for you. If he's not taken care of, this catatonic state could turn into something worse."
I have a question.
Oh, he talks.
This, I guess, this type of poison, if the antidote is so uncommon, wouldn't the poison itself be quite rare? I mean, if it's that powerful and the antidote is only so rare, wouldn't it be very expensive if it was considered a very easy way to send someone into a catatonic state forever?
Oh yeah, people can go, their entire lives looking for the stuff and never find it. I have no idea how those jerk-offs out there found it. Probably stole it off of someone else who could afford it. But yeah, no, it's barely used at all, mostly because it's outlawed in most of the galaxy, which is why these guys were using it. And he kind of
So,
spits to the ground.
interesting. That kid who ran off, is he known around here? He seemed to be, I don't know, a little bit weak-willed compared to the ones who were, let's say, dead.
Well, these spacers pick up anyone who's willing to make a quick buck, so knowing that, what usually happens, some kid needs money, so he signs up in something that's too big for him, something he didn't realize what he's getting into. Happens more than I like to admit, but you know what? If you're gonna be stupid, then might as well stick past it, if you ask me. Bunch of cowards.
Is he known around here? Could he be living near?
Oh, I didn't recognize. He didn't look to be one of us.
It's probably not then.
All right.
I have a question as well.
Ah, you.
How long do we have to find this?
He kind of looks over at Kevin and he says, "Well, luckily you got him to me as fast as you did. Luckily I was there. Nothing you could have done. Well, I'd say he has little less than a week." I'd call it 5 days. At most. Probably less.
Do you know about how far away, like how many jumps between here and
Well,
Joriel-7, was it?
yeah. Look at you. Remembered names. Anyway, well, it depends on what you're flying. By most common cargo ships, takes about a day of solid warp travel. Assuming you're quick about it, you should be able to get back in no time. Have plenty of time for your chicken.
Then we should probably make our way now.
Doesn't seem like we have much of a choice. This is much more Russian than it used to be. That's okay.
You could just make her Russian.
Yep.
Do the space pirates have a ship?
Oh, well, probably somewhere. But I assume you've flown in on something, right?
Yeah, we did.
Well, if you ask me, you better get your butts moving out there. Unless you just want to leave your friend. I mean, it's been a kind of a shallow harvest, so we do appreciate the meat.
Ithanac laughs heartily.
You guys are gonna eat them?
I meant the chicken, boy.
Oh.
You know.
I advise against it.
Damn space is getting stupider every year, I swear. Anyway, if you need anything, well, all I can really give is advice. So you better leave.
All right. You guys ready?
I suppose.
Yes.
Well, let's get going.
All right. So as you kind of
Thank you for your help.
Finally, some manners. Yeah, well, you're welcome. You know, just kind of repaying a favor. You ready?
Oh yeah, were we supposed to get paid for this?
It was sort of a distress call.
Yeah.
Distress calls aren't really paid.
Do you mention this out loud?
I mean, she doesn't care, but she knows that there are other people on the ship that might mutiny if she doesn't ask for payment.
Well,
oh yeah, you're the captain. I forgot about that.
Ferric and Ox aren't here right now, so they'd be none the riser.
And Ithanac, as long as he gets food and not sold into slavery, he's happy.
Zephyr's just along for the ride, right?
I mean, other than food, and possibly an engineer, I don't need anything else.
And Kevin's a chicken. And Root's broken.
So,
Whatever.
we can ask when we come back. It's not like it's the last time we're going to be coming, so.
Dun, dun, dun.
You can always just leave them. I mean, it's not that important.
In order to preserve game continuity, you have to come back for Kevin.
Damn. Fucking
right, because this is 3 months before our last session that we played.
Yeah. Fucking
Which means you're gonna have to lose your hammer, unless you just forgot about it. Whatever, we'll deal with that later.
Yeah. Probably just forgot about it. Well, the thing is the power sledge. Yeah, the power sledge is incredibly hard to, like, carry.
Yeah, it's unyieldy.
Yeah, the plasma glaive is literally just a hilt, unless I press a button.
Right.
So it's just a guard.
Chat.
Please put the hammer in his pocket.
Use as a coat rack. That works.
All right. So as you all kind of move out, you see that the villagers are kind of returning to their own business. A few people have taken to dragging away the bodies.
Does the big guy look like he's wearing anything? Like, does he have actual armor and such?
Yeah, it's kind of like a hodgepodge of like just kind of scrap metal that's just been kind of strapped to him, probably by other people.
Okay.
Nothing organized.
Copy.
And you guys kind of make your way. You remember you had your ship land towards like the outskirts of the town. So you kind of make your way. You walk out past the town, walk through a road surrounded pretty much only by fields of this. It's like it looks like wheat, but it's like got this pinkish hue to it.
Cool.
And you make alien planets. Take something and then paint it a different color.
Basically. That's the Feywild in D&D.
And eventually you make it back to your ship. And waiting there are the two pilots. What were their names? Does anyone remember?
James
Rick and Brick.
and no, it was
Pratt.
James and like Doffrey or something. It was something from like a show. James and
So
Browns.
the two pilots are there.
his name was James and something.
Let me get rid of the people that aren't here. Who's like down here somewhere? I'm just putting root down in the cargo hold. All right. So you guys kind of make your way back onto the ship. The pilots greet you and they're like, "Successful mission?"
Who are they greeting?
Just whoever comes on first.
I'll let Tamar, considering she's the captain.
Just one of them's down there. The other one.
Oh, he's down there.
Yeah, one of them was there, like waiting for you guys. The other
You're
Am
the
I?
captain, Tamar, so I'll let you on the ship first.
We have a new destination.
Oh, already.
She hands him the stick.
Oh, all right. I'll take this up to the cockpit.
These are our coordinates.
Excellent. We'll be on our way soon. Hey,
Because
we
you
didn't-
can.
As he's kind of walking up the stairs, assuming, are you following him or are you staying down here?
Yeah, I'll follow him.
As you're walking up, and just kind of walking, talking, he's like, "Hey, you didn't happen to get any payment on this trip, did you?"
Well, we're coming back here. So,
Oh, and they're gonna pay us then, right? Because fuel doesn't buy itself. Oops! Oh God, he stretched out.
Oh God, no!
Fuel drills and purrs.
You guys are in a wormhole.
Oh no!
No.
And so he kind of makes his way back to the ship. The other pilot is kind of like sitting with like his feet up on the console, eating what kind of looks to be like space Chinese food.
Oh, nice.
And
Great walk.
when you guys come in, he kind of like, and he kind of does like a weird salute. He's like, "Ready to go." And the other pilot sits down and takes the drive and kind of plugs it in the computer, and you see all the screens kind of start to bring up numbers and like maps start to appear and zoom in and out. And eventually you see a planet. I don't know how knowledgeable any of you are in like the intergalactic map. But if you are, you've never seen this one before, and you can kind of tell from the pilots, they're both looking at that. They're like, where? And one of them like kind of looks back and he's like, "Where are we going?"
apparently, it's Joriel-7.
Joriel-7.
And then one of the pilots like, "Oh, isn't that old he's like talking to the other pilot. He's like, "That old mining facility. Remember Jamie? Jamie used to come in and he's like, "Oh yeah, Jamie. That was Joriel-7." And they kind of start to go back and forth for a long time.
Yes, I'm sure it's all very nostalgic.
Like, right.
And one of them kind of looks back at you and says, "We're leaving now?"
Yes.
One of them's like, "All right."
Can I would like to walk through and like I go, Tamar, I understand that there are probably a lot of other things that we need to be doing right now, but they did shoot me.
Yes.
I imagine like everyone's talking, you come limping in with like a trail of like oil and blood behind you.
I mean, Tamar also has like a belly wound, so it's good.
Yes, we might need to look at that.
Yes.
Well, The travel time will permit a long rest if you need it.
That is what I need.
Yep.
All right. So the two pilots start to engage the takeoff procedure. Flipping switches and everything. You've seen the movies.
You know that one movie where they flip the switches?
Kevin isn't here, Max. He's on the planet.
So yeah, we'll head down to the what is that place called? Med Bay.
The place where I work. What is that called?
Yeah. I was like, med kit. That's not it.
We're gonna go to the med kit. All right, and so yeah, takeoff goes without a hitch, and you all are flying through space. Is there anything you guys like to do in the meantime? It's about a day of space travel.
Joriel-7, is there any way I can like research anything about it?
Yeah. You can kind of go through like the ship's archives if you'd like. Kind of look through everything.
Definitely. I would like to learn more about it.
All right, so you kind of look through the records. Now this ship, correct me if I'm wrong, Max, this ship just used to belong to slavers, right?
Yeah, it was owned by Captain Jerkface, whatever his name was from that first session.
Did it have any previous owners by any chance?
Jerkface.
He owned it. He most likely stole it from some type of mining outfit at some point. Probably he was also a captain. Or was it a general in the military? And he became like a middleman mercenary. Colonel, that's what it was. Colonel.
Yeah. So you.
Colonel Will.
Hang on, I think I have it in the characters
I have
actually.
it right here.
Sergeant Wilker, but he was actually a colonel.
Sergeant. Yeah, but he had been.
Yeah, everyone just called him Sergeant Wilker though.
So yeah, digging through and like looking for anything you can find on Joriel-7, you find that you just find a few. You find really all you can find is kind of this short little entry, kind of stashed deep away, like in all the files, like as in like someone had like stashed it away so they wouldn't have to look at it, anymore because like it was useless to them. And it's back at, and it looks to be some form of like military record, and it's just kind of this short little blurb that basically just explains that Joriel-7 was just it was kind of just this uninhabited planet that once was used as a mining like a mining facility. Like it was mainly just used for mining for a short period of time because it was such a small planet that they pretty much depleted all the resources that they needed within only about like 5 or 10 years. And since then it's been completely abandoned. And there's been no known activity, like nothing of note, at least here in this file that's been going on there. Anyone else or anything else or?
Go for it.
Nothing I'm doing, just something I want to say. I just got back from cooking my food. I've been listening the whole time, but what I wanted to say earlier is I'm pretty sure I dissected Jamie.
Probably.
So I have their names, but I wanted to listen to one of the old recordings, and it's in there. I'm just trying to find it. Just so you know.
All right.
Okay.
Any Anthony, Tamara, anything particular you want to do in this day of travel?
Probably restock one of my med kits. Just like,
Sure.
yeah, make sure everything's like good to go, and then I'll probably like close off the med bay and do a little bit of praying. Nobody needs to know that.
Anthony, anything?
Sure, cleaning the blood off my new power sludge.
Yeah.
The skull, the brain.
Yeah, and I'm sure
Bit of intestines.
I'm sure there's some good cleaning that could be done, because this thing like it has not been like there has been great care in the uptaking of this weapon. Like it's rusted, it's dented, there's dinks in it. It's like metal's been strapped onto it to repair damages, and it's a pretty ugly looking piece of work, but it's got a nice engine on there that really gives you that extra oomph. I'll tell you that.
And I know that's going to take like months, but I'm willing to do that.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to start practicing in it, begin my way on getting proficiency with it.
All right. Sounds good to me. Max, take note. All right. So the trip the trip goes pretty uneventfully. It's pretty smooth travels. And eventually, wherever any of you guys are, the kind of like a ding comes over. I don't know if there's like an intercom system, but you're alerted somehow to report to the bridge.
Pretty sure there's an intercom.
Is there an intercom?
Yeah, I think we talked about that before.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of hear the intercom come off, and one of the pilots goes, you guys might want to come up here. We're here."
Oh, have we long rested?
Yeah.
Dope.
So you have the full benefits of a long rest.
The painkillers,
We're
I
off.
think they wear off. Okay, cool. Yeah, without those painkillers, I would have died.
They're super useful.
Yeah, they
I
are.
have a lot.
What was that?
Sorry, I said they're super useful.
Nah, it's fine. I know.
I'm eating.
Yeah. Hey, I'm already here. Whee!
All right. So yeah, you guys kind of, I assume, make your way to the make your way to the bridge one by one, and yeah, you kind of see the ship's going out of, I don't know what the rules are in this universe, warp drive, I guess, light speed, whatever you want to call it, FTL. And you see that the ship's kind of approaching in an otherwise fairly empty expanse of space. You see this kind of blue, like kind of like a grayish blue ball that you come to assume is Joriel-7. And when one of the pilots kind of looks up at, I guess, Tamar, and says, the coordinates you gave me, it has a specific point on the planet. Do you want me to land there? Like it's telling me to go to the specific spot on the planet.
I mean,
It's up to you.
nearish. She'll like look at the others to see what they think.
Antoinette just shrugs.
Go close enough to where we can definitely see it, but not close enough to where we're in its immediate vicinity.
All right, so you guys are gonna land around where the point is saying to land near.
I'd give about 1 kilometer, maybe 500 meters.
All right. So all right, yeah. So the ship starts to enter the atmosphere, and you kind of see that the planet is kind of just like the surface is just this sort of unmitigated just expanse of just this bluish gray just dust, rock and dust. There doesn't look to be any form of real foliage. You don't see any major bodies of water. It just looks completely barren. And as you kind of come closer to the to where the coordinates said to land, or rather a kilometer from it, you kind of as the ship gets closer, you kind of start to see what looks to be the outline of some sort of settlement. Like you see dots that kind of resemble buildings and what almost looks like a trail that looks almost like a road. And as you're kind of getting closer, like one of the pilots is like, "Oh, that must be where we're supposed to land, or at least where computer's telling me to land."
right in the middle of the town or next to it?
Oh, it just kind of has us placed right, pretty much in the center of town.
Land on the outside, if you think that's a good idea, Captain.
Does it look safe to land there?
Oh, well, you can pretty much see the terrain's pretty flat. Looks fine to me.
All right.
And so
Yes, land on the outskirts,
okay, yeah.
just in case there's someone hanging around.
Yeah, so the ship starts to come closer to the surface, and you can kind of make out more details of this settlement. It looks like the buildings, like they're varying in structure and size, to make up a fairly small little settlement, a little bigger than the one that you just came from on the other planet. But everything again is this sort of bluish gray color. But as you come closer, you can kind of spot out around the middle of the town. You see what appears to be a vessel, a spaceship that's landed on the surface.
Does it look dilapidated?
It looks fairly new. I mean, it looks a little run down, but it doesn't look like it's abandoned.
More spacers.
Is there any scan we can do to try and figure out what it is?
What what do you want to do? Like scan for life forms or something?
I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, and so one of the pilots kind of goes flipping through, and he says, "There's pretty much nothing out there. Although we see one small heat signature around in town. Other than
The
that,
kid.
nothing."
That'd be hilarious if it was the kid. He like took the spacer's ship and went to go find the antidote because he felt bad.
That would have been a better story, but all right, never mind.
Does it register as humanoid or?
From where you are, and you're kind of like, again, you're landing a ways away. You can't really make a distinction.
Okay.
So yeah, the ship goes down and it kind of lands. A big cloud of this bluish dust kind of gets kicked up as you're kind of landing down, and the windshield goes completely, like, you can't see anything out of it anymore. Just this huge cloud of dust. But eventually the ship settles down, and the dust starts to clear. So there's a nice thin layer of dust coating the outside of the ship. One of the pilots says, "Well, here we are, Joriel-7.
Is the atmosphere breathable?
And one of the ones goes by, "Well, all our readings are picking up that it says appropriate oxygen content. Although, with all this dust, I wouldn't suggest being out there for very long."
What's the temperature look like?
Pretty cold. Do you want it in terms of Fahrenheit or Celsius? This is out of character.
I mean,
Both.
What is the space standard?
Celsius.
I'd imagine probably Celsius.
Yeah, but some of us don't know Celsius.
It's just the word cold and warm. That's the standard.
There's two lights, like two light up displays on the dashboard, and right now the cold one is lit up.
Well, shouldn't there be 3, cold, warm, and hot?
No,
Oh, my bad.
It's
Oh,
only
that's
one
not the
all
standard.
time.
That's the other space that does that.
Listen,
Oh,
he gives you the number that lets you know that it's not freezing, but it's a little chilly.
Okay. Because I was getting at how cold, but okay.
He tells you whatever in-universe way of saying that there is.
Just go by if water is frozen or not, or what would be liquid on the planet.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Is the liquid frozen on the planet?
No.
Then it's
Okay,
probably
so
like
it's like
48 or 39 or something. Assuming it's water. My guess. Sorry. I'm gonna go back and be a ghost now. Bye-bye.
And so the pilots kind of look up and says, you want us to just stay on the ship?
Yes, I say as I'm leaving the room.
It would probably be best, yes.
All right.
I still don't trust
Sounds
this
good to
guy.
me.
I know, I kind of don't trust them to not just leave us on this planet.
Well, they can't because it would break the timeline.
Unless they come back for you eventually.
Good point.
Plot immunity.
Yes, we all have plot immunity.
You can't die. All right. So do all of you just kind of follow an Enthenek's shadow and make your way?
Yeah, I guess so.
Any special preparations?
Grab my power hammer, sledgehammer, power sledge, whatever it is.
Not particularly. I reload my gun.
All right.
I already packed my doctor's bag full of stuff, so
Sounds good. So you guys make your way to the now extended platform to the surface. And like there it really is like there's an ominous chill that kind of hangs over everything here. And again, everywhere you look, it's this flat, like unobstructed view straight to the horizon. And it's just this gray blue. And as you step out, you kind of take a breath in, and probably your first breath, you cough a little because this dust kind of seems to be everywhere.
I'm gonna rip up our insides.
It's
yes.
not gonna be good for us.
Gonna have to blow our nose afterwards.
I'm
My lungs are
gonna.
partially cybernetic.
Yeah, you probably
I
have
think
like
I'll live.
filters.
Filter. Yeah.
I have one of those dog noses, so I've like little hairs covering everything.
I mean, humans also have.
I guess humans also have nose hair, don't
Nose
they?
hair.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Max, how do we keep getting on nose hair topics?
Apparently, it's a popular topic these days.
Right? So, I almost called her Yaz. Tamar is gonna take out a couple of bandages and hand them around and wrap it around her face to protect her nose and mouth.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea.
You are about a kilometer away from this abandoned settlement.
Okay?
Okay.
And I assume you make your way there.
I'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and let us be cautious.
So, 0.62 miles, I know. Yeah, so you make your way into town. Again, it not only is there this sort of ominous chill, there's this sort of ominous silence besides the occasional howl from a distant wind. It's eerie here. You make your way into town and you start walking through buildings, and you kind of what you saw when you landed, and even as you were approaching, is it looked like the entire town, all the buildings were the same color as everything else, this bluish gray. But as you get closer to the buildings and maybe like you investigate by touching, a wall or such, you realize that it's not that everything is made out of like the same uniform material. It's just that everything is covered in a considerable layer of this dust. And so the sort of shell of dust that surrounds these buildings conceal what was once a fairly prosperous mining settlement. So as you walk through this sort of ghost town, you walk past what look to be old shops and old homes, old bars. And eventually you get to, assuming you're walking towards the center of town.
With caution, mind you.
Sure, yeah. So yeah, you're all staying alert, but again, you see nothing. And eventually you get your way, and the spaces in between the buildings start to get larger until it forms into this sort of town circle, where right like sort of towards the left of the circle, you see this sort of small craft. Looks to be sort of a fairly common ship, small, no more than, probably 5 people can fit in that thing at once. And as you kind of come out to this clearing, you suddenly kind of hear a voice kind of in the distance. Hey, hey, hey. And suddenly out of you see past the circle, coming through the buildings, you see a humanoid figure running through the buildings at you, waving his arms. Hey, hey, hey.
Grab my stun baton.
Power hammer comes out.
Are you guys gonna...
Can we help you?
And he kind of starts jogging, and he gets kind of more within eyesight, and you see it's a human man, dressed in sort of kind of this kind of leather jacket. He has a scarf, a big thick scarf around his neck, and goggles strapped around his head. He has this kind of messy brown hair, and he has a nice curled mustache on his upper lip, and his face is covered. His face almost looks to be faintly this grayish blue from all the dust. And he gets closer, and he doesn't respond till he gets within a range where he doesn't necessarily have to shout. And he kind of gets there, and he kind of puts his hands on his legs, and he's kind of catches his breath a little. He gives out a cough after he takes his first breath, and he kind of punches his chest a little. He says, "Oh, thank God you're here, man. We've been waiting here forever. I didn't think we'd see anyone anymore. I need your help. I need your help."
Can I insight check?
What was that?
Can I insight check him real fast?
Yeah, I want to do the same.
Go ahead.
Respectable.
Inside, where is it? Oh, there it is.
All right, yeah. So he looks very thankful that you're here. He looks very otherwise scared and exhausted. That's what you read from that.
Alrighty. How long have you been here?
There's a lot I need to tell you. Come with me. I know someone we can talk out of this damn dust.
Where are we going?
There's this old abandoned bar just a few blocks down that way. You can get out of the weather from in there, and I can tell you what I need. I really do need your help.
How many people are here?
It's just me. I'm the only one left.
The ship sensors did only pick up one.
You are right about that.
All right. Lead the way.
Oh, thank God. Come on. And he kind of leads you through the town, and eventually you get to this sort of larger building, and he steps inside. On the inside, it's kind of this, again, there is still like a thin layer of dust that hangs over everything, but this looks to be what was once kind of a bar. There's a bar with stools, and there's a bunch of booths with tables.
Sorry, what did you say?
There's a bunch
You know what he said.
booths with tables.
Booths.
Yeah, I don't think you said that.
Booths.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of boobs with tables.
That's what I heard.
What would that even mean?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
Use your brain.
I don't know. Some bars have like pictures. I don't know.
Anyway, he goes and he kind of goes to the center of the room, and there's kind of a table, in the center, surrounded by chairs, and he says, "Come on, do you guys want anything to drink or anything?"
I mean, is there anything here?
He kind of looks around. Well, not here, but and he kind of goes to one of his satchels, and he pulls out this sort of like canteen, and he's like, "But I got water."
We're fine.
All right. And he kind of puts it back in his pouch. Do you guys sit?
No. I stand by the door.
I'll sit.
Zephyr?
I'll stand.
Nice. So
Edward being edgy.
he looks at sees Tomar sit down and he kind of looks over at Zephyr and Anthony, kind of expecting them to come, but then he kind of gets the sense that she ain't sitting down. So he kind of just scoots back his chair so that he's looking at all of you and he says, oh God, where to start? We came here about a few days ago with scavengers. We just wanted to find something, something to make a few pesos off of.
I hate that. I'm actually.
And you said space pesos. I said pesos. We're in this together.
Darn it. All right, continue.
Credits. Just wanted to earn a few credits. No one ever comes here, so we thought, maybe there'd be something worthwhile out here. But there were about 4 of us, and everything was going fine. We were rolling through all these buildings when out of nowhere, this thing comes. It was horrible. He killed 2 of us, but he took my brother. He took him. He didn't kill him. He just was snatched up and he ran off.
What
really
did
need
the
your
juice
help.
look like?
Oh, it's this big reptile-looking thing. It had at least 3 heads, all with a long, snaking, little-looking neck, and big old blue eyes and teeth. Oh, at least 3 rows on each head, I guess.
What would I roll to see this? Or not see this. What would I roll to see this? What would I roll to know what it is?
Nature check.
Nature. Okay. 21.
So throughout the galaxy, there are obviously a lot of different species of large reptiles known. This doesn't sound like anything you've seen or heard of personally, but there are known to be large species of massive reptiles, all throughout the galaxy on separate planets, generally that are these indomitable, solitary creatures. People often, that's this the things that legends come out of. People fear these things. So it's a common occurrence at the galaxy, but you don't recognize what this is exactly.
Well, that's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
Could it be some sort of mutation of one of these? I don't know. The air here isn't exactly, I don't know, rich with clean air. This planet.
But look, you gotta save my brother, man. I need him.
What's your brother's name?
Bill.
Bill
That
what?
My name's and he kind of extends his hand. My name's Bing Jacquin. Sorry I didn't say anything. My brother's Bill Jacquin. Bing and Bill. That's what we are. It's kind of a funny coincidence. My mom has a sense of humor like that.
Okay. Yes. So they went down into the mines?
Oh no. We were just kind of hanging out around here in this town, just kind of scavenging.
And this lizard took him, or?
He snatched him up. He didn't kill him. Snatched him up with his tail. Wrapped him up.
Which way did they go?
From what I saw, he moved right down the road, like right down the main road. I think that's where the old mines are.
Well, you're in luck. That's where we're heading anyway.
Oh, fantastic! So you'll help me.
I guess we have no choice. It's where we're headed anyway.
Oh, and he goes out and he kind of probably stands up and takes Tamar's hand because you're the closest and starts like shaking it violently. He says, "Oh, thank you so much. You don't know how much of a favor you're doing for me."
Second he touches
Congrats.
Tamara, I sort of jump a little. I wasn't
She
expecting
looks-
him to move. I think we can all
Tamara
agree.
looks uncomfortable, but kind of does like the yes, very well kind of pat to his opposite shoulder until he lets go of her hand.
So eventually he lets go and he says, "I can show you which way you went. Come on!" And he kind of starts moving out of the bar.
Tamara like rubs her shoulder and like rolls it a little bit to get some feeling back in it. Because -1 to strength.
So yeah, so Bing kind of walks out of this place, and every couple steps he looks back to make sure you're still following him, and kind of waves you onward, and eventually he kind of takes you back towards the center of town, and you see that it's the circle, but then at one point there's just this larger kind of path without any buildings that kind of just expands out past all the buildings till the buildings stop, and it just goes out into nothingness. And in the distance, in like very small in the distance, you can kind of see like mounds in the far distance at the in that direction.
Mounds like hills?
Yeah, like
Oh,
small,
okay.
like.
I wasn't sure if it was like hills or like structures. My bad.
And he says, that's where he took him. I suspect he went into the mines. Something like that.
Are you going to be accompanying us?
Oh, I got nothing to accompany you with, my friend. The people carrying the weapons were the ones that bit the dust. To use a little post-mortem humor. But I don't got nothing. I gotta watch this ship. If anything happens,
Relax.
I-
Better you don't come.
right.
Well, you ready?
Yep, let's continue.
Let's go.
All right. So you kind of start.
I'm going to go ahead and pop a painkiller.
How long does it last, by the way?
Until used. Or until a long rest, I think.
Yeah, but you can't use another one until you rest.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
if you take it now, then you can't benefit from one later.
Yep.
Period of up to an hour.
Period of up to an hour.
Actually, I'm not going to take them right now, then, since it's just a bonus action. Yeah, no, I'm not going to take them right now. My bad.
All right, yeah. So you kind of follow this path down, and eventually, like once the buildings start to break, you find it hard. You don't really know where the actual path is because pretty much everything just looks the same out here. But you kind of just keep the mounds in sight and kind of walk towards them. As you walk for about an hour or so, an hour and a half, give or take, and this large mound, which is really the only thing, the only obstruction in the surface for what looks like miles, comes into view, and you see that it's just this singular kind of hump in the earth, and you can see from a considerable distance back that there appears to be what almost looks like 3 gaping holes in the side of this mound, kind of 2 at the bottom, and then one that's kind of coming out of the side of the top of it. That looks like some climbing would be required to get to. Make a perception check, all of you.
Perception. Yes, sir.
Oh, good.
Hey, man, the dust in your eyes, man, it sucks.
Good to know.
Laser
that,
eye. Oh, never mind.
Good to know that I'm just like overall bad at perception. It's not just one of my characters.
So, Enthenek, you're the first to notice. You kind of, as you're walking, there's always kind of lazily dust flying through the air, pretty much everywhere. But Enthenek, you kind of start to notice first that the dust is starting to kind of move faster. Like more of it's coming and moving and flowing, and Zephyr, you kind of notice this too after a little while, and Enthenek, you start to, like, the wind starts to pick up, like you start to hear it whistling through the air more, and you look off to the distance. That's the direction the wind's coming from, and you see in the distance, in the far, like on the horizon, you see what looks to be like this wall of this blue gray dust that was not there earlier.
Being from a sandy planet, would I know this as a sandstorm?
That's sure what it looks like.
It's a hubbub.
Lovely. Guys, we have a problem. I pointed out to everyone. Got a sandstorm on the way. We have them like them. We have things like them on my planet. It's not fun.
Well, the best place to be would be inside, correct?
Correct. Being outside, the sand will rip your flesh off. Will rip your flesh off the bone.
Quite the nuisance. How far is
Hopefully that's nice.
how far is the mines from here?
It's about, I'd say, a little less than a mile.
Can we get there before the sand?
You can try.
All right, let's start going.
So all right? So like I said earlier, there were three what looked to be entrances to this mine. They're kind of one directly, like facing towards you, like as if it looks like it like connected to the path. There's one on the same level as that first one, but it's kind of like on the right side of the mound. And then there's one more kind of on the crest of it, like on the top of it, kind of on the top left side of it. And there looks to be, as you get closer, there looks to be like a sort of carved path that leads up to there. Have you made a decision yet which one you are going to, if any?
I suppose if anyone has anything, please say. I suppose we should go into the first one, the one in the path.
That's probably the entrance that the big lizard used.
We can always hope.
Plus, it's the closest, correct?
I mean, they're pretty much. I mean, the one at the top would take a little more. There's a little more climbing to get into. But the bottom two, they're pretty much like right next to each other.
Okay.
All right, so you're going towards the middle one.
Look it.
All right. Can you all? So as you're kind of walking, you kind of realize you kind of have to start picking up your pace, because as you look off to this left, this wall of blue and gray is getting bigger and bigger, like by the second, and it slowly raises and slowly starts to almost cast a shadow.
Guys, we should probably start running.
Everyone make a dexterity check.
Oh shit! Dexterity check or dexterity saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw.
I'm good at that.
Nice.
All of you are good at that. All right. Yeah, so like Enthenex, like everyone, we should book it. And Zephyr, just something like clicks and like you just go and just start like Olympic running.
It's funny because I think I'm faster than Zephyr.
Yeah, but with that dexterity.
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
damn ass good dexterity.
Damn ass good.
Damn ass good.
Damn ass good. You never heard of damn ass good?
It's a damn ass good fucking thing. Anyway.
You're
So,
damn
yeah,
ass right.
You all kind of run towards this hole, and you all kind of get in, and pretty much as soon as you like get into that, and you kind of probably like take a second and you slow down as you walk in. After a few seconds, you just look behind you, and the entrance just gets overtaken by this cloud of just blue dust. So yeah, you kind of make your way into this cave, and it's fairly dark, especially now that that dust cloud just went through. But what you're in currently is kind of just this circular tunnel that just looks to go steadily downwards on kind of a decline.
Does the stone look man worked or is it more natural?
It doesn't look natural.
Is it like
definitely
unnaturally
looks like
smooth?
it's like it's a pretty smooth like circle on the way down.
Okay.
And I assume as you guys kind of make your way down, the blue and gray of the walls kind of slowly start to turn into a more earthy, natural brown, kind of like this brown stone. And the path kind of goes down, and then all of a sudden it kind of starts to twist and turn and kind of snake on its way going downward. And eventually you get to a length of the tunnel where you see at the far end of it, it opens up. And what are your passive perceptions?
Mine is 10, I think. Yeah, 10.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So like Zephyr, you would at this point you hear the sound of running water, and tomorrow you hear it too. You definitely hear it too.
Cool.
I don't know where mine is.
It's just 10 plus your perception.
Oh. My perception modifier?
Yeah, I already looked at it, so it's
Okay. Sorry. I'm like blind.
No worries. But yeah, you both hear the sound of running water as you see this cave opens up into this, or this tunnel opens up into what looks to be eventually a cave.
Okay. How big's the cave?
You can't quite tell from where you are.
Oh, is it dark?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Does anyone have a flashlight?
No, but I have dark vision.
I don't think I do.
I imagine, does Zephyr, do you have some form of like night vision?
Maybe a pinky flashlight?
No, that would be great. No.
I mean, you have a robotic eye, right?
Yes. I mean, I don't necessarily want to like flavor it as anything that it isn't.
I'd say at least Tamar would see. Well, first of all, what you all notice is like while it does open up at the end of it, as it starts to get to this opening, the tunnel majorly like starts to narrow, like to the point where it's like only one of you could walk through by the end of it.
Okay.
Um,
So I'll relay that it gets narrow. We've got to resolve this you can't see issue, though.
Would we say that we would have brought flashlights considering we knew we were going into the mines?
I mean, that's fair, I would think, but
I'd say at least one of you has a flashlight.
I think Tamar would be the one to grab it.
I mean, honestly, there's probably one on the scope of your gun, Zephyr.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if my plasma glaive gives off light.
Probably it gives off like a faint glow.
I have an energy blade. I don't know.
10-foot radius.
Screw it. Pulling out the plasma glaive.
Kind of. Is it like what color? Is it like a blue?
It's a deep orange.
Deep orange. Yeah. So this kind of warm orange glow. Now, do y'all just kind of proceed? Is there a specific order you guys proceed? Because, like I said before, it's fairly narrow.
I'll go first.
Are you sure? Because I can see
Yes.
further than you.
I feel better if I were to go first. I don't want any of
And
us
if
to get
you
hurt.
stand in front of me, all I'll be able to see is you.
You make a point, but I am worried that if there is something in the path, that one of you will get hurt and I will not be able to get in front of it to take the blows. This is a kill mission. Please remember that.
Fair enough.
If you want to go first, please. You are the captain. You can. Your rule is
You-
over mine, but
You also make a good point.
thank you, captain.
She'll step out of the way and kind of like, after you, gesture.
And then, so is it Enthak and then Tamar and then Zephyr, or
Probably Zephyr is a
Range.
fighter, so.
It's best to have the squishy ones in the middle. No offense.
Actually, I think I might have more hit points than Zephyr.
Oh,
I have
God,
20.
really?
Yeah, I have 21.
Oh, wow.
Put me in the middle.
No, you have higher AC.
I just had the weirdest.
You're right, though.
Anyway,
No, don't have weird ideas. Weird ideas get players killed.
no, I say I just had the sense of deja vu.
Oh, I thought you said weird idea.
No,
I was like, please don't.
Don't worry about it. So this again, the tunnel kind of goes in it, and like I said, it starts to slowly kind of hug in around you as these walls, and it almost starts to look like it becomes less and less. It becomes more sporadic, less uniform, as this sort of tunnel narrows out, and eventually,
How tall is the tunnel?
it's about, like I said, before it was a good 10 feet high, but at this point it kind of narrows down to where, like, Enthenek, you definitely have to like duck through this tunnel. It's like
Yeah, because I'm 8 feet tall.
yeah, it's a good like 6 feet tall tunnel.
Oh, Jesus.
And the neck is crawling.
I would have to, because I'd have to duck down a full 2 feet.
So it kind of gets small, and then it kind of almost starts to get bigger, and then eventually, like pretty shortly after that, it's opening up into this big tunnel. And Enthenek, you're the first to see this. So it opens up into this large cavern. There's which ones are the ones on the ceiling? Tights?
Mhm.
There's stalactites, kind of forming on the roof, and it's a good 20 to 30 foot tall roof, and, depending on the area at this point. And you also notice that there are various different pools of water throughout this section of the cave. Deep blue water just seems to almost like it's naturally flowing, like some sort of spring. But other than that, you also notice there's two other things to note. One is that kind of around where these pools are, along like the edges of it, there are this sort of bright crimson plant growing along the edges. And then other than that, also standing kind of like near the back wall amidst this kind of pile of bones and such, and this pile of just what's the word?
Viscera?
No, carrion. That's the word I was thinking of.
You.
Very
Is a man who's kind of sitting in there,
Oh,
and I'll move you
I have a bad feeling about this.
to there. And
Oh,
like,
God, I can't see anything.
it I don't know how much you can.
I can see out to here.
You can't, other than that, you can't see anything.
Other than that, it's completely black.
Max, is there a way to adjust how far someone can see?
Well, it's based on his. I give everyone 10 feet of total, with 5 of it being bright, just so they have vision. But I mean, does he have a torch or something, or you just want to give him sight?
He has his plasma torch. Or
Plasma sword.
sword.
Plasma greatsword.
Yeah, I mean, I have it at 10 feet. How far do you want it to go? I can change it for you.
20.
So I can do this. And this should effectively double it.
There we go. I can see out to here.
I have 60 feet. Boop.
All right. So actually, I'd make it more accurate. It'd probably be Tamar that sees all of this that I just described first.
Yeah, let's be honest. I'm just
Um,
gonna sort of move to the side so Tamar can look.
Yeah, she can see
kind
like
of
to here.
as you kind of enter in, can you see? Let me move you a little closer. How far can you see, Tamar? Just a question.
60 feet.
How far on the map can you see up to? All right.
Oh, God. Okay. We're going for it.
I mean, are you guys proceeding with particular caution, or like you can
Yeah.
move to where you want to be? Yeah, you can move. Go ahead, and move your tokens to where you want to be, pretty much. But as soon as this kind of man sees you all come in, he kind of like makes eye contact with you, and like his eyes bulge out, and he kind of like starts to like frantically like wave at you.
I see the family resemblance. She's kind of like keeping her guard up around the cave, but she moves towards him. She's a healer, and that's what she does.
I will have your back.
1 second. Okay. As you get closer to him, Zephyr, what are you doing? Zephyr, can you see anything?
Kind of in like a weird spot right now.
So he can't see anything.
Can you
Stop moving.
wait,
I'm gonna fix it. Stop moving.
Okay.
It's just literally he can't see even where the players went. He's like moving around in the dark. Hang on.
Marco!
Oh no!
There, now you can see
Hell.
them. Sorry.
Did you say
Okay.
for like to like 20?
Yeah, I made the same as Anthony.
Okay. So as you kind of get closer, you kind of suddenly, all of you, start to hear this bubbling,
Oh boy.
like this rapid bubbling, coming from that direction. And you see the man sitting in the pile. He just suddenly goes, "Oh no!" And suddenly, kind of coming rising out of the water, Tamar, you'd probably see it first, but you see this reptilian head come popping out of the water. It looks to be something like cross between a salamander and an iguana, with large frills around its neck. These bright, almost sapphire-like eyes are a stark contrast to the otherwise almost emerald green of its body. And it opens its mouth to reveal a solid row of, dozens of razor-sharp teeth. And as soon as it kind of pops out, it looks around and it sees you, and it starts to make a hissing sound. And suddenly you see next to it another head pops up, almost identical to that one. And on the other side, another one pop up.
Oh
And
boy.
suddenly it starts to move towards, and all of you start to see it at this point. And suddenly this massive hulking beast, hold on, makes its way out of the water.
Oh. Well, that's not what I expected.
Oh, fuck me.
And
It's okay, we have plot immunity. It's fine.
Sure we do.
you're gonna roll initiative.
Still really can't see it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. Hold on, I gotta go.
What are you guys looking at? Oh God!
Oh, that's not good.
20.
Again? I rolled the same initiative. Okay, I have to go feed the dogs real quick. I'll be right back.
Copy that.
Oh boy.
Hey man, bringing up the rear, gonna kick some ass.
So I know that token looks like 5 heads. There's only 3.
Only 3, got it.
Enthenek, you can take your turn.
Yay! Fun time.
Oh boy! Oh, whoops! I accidentally tapped that.
How far? Oh shit! How far out of water is it?
It is so. It kind of this pool kind of has a shallow area where it's currently standing. The water at where it is probably about a good 2 foot deep.
Oh, that's fucking nothing for me. That's like ankle height. Alright. Can't believe I'm doing this, but in that case, I'm gonna pop a pill, move up in the melee, and go stabby stab.
Oh boy.
I don't know why I'm nervous. We do have plot immunity, but still, this is scary.
I don't know. Max can make as many additions as possible if one of you happens to.
I
Oh,
am kind of creative sometimes.
Okay, so my health only goes up by 10. And I'm gonna make 2 slashes. Or just 1 slash, my bad.
Go for it.
That's my great sword. 22,
Ooh.
22.
That's a solid. I keep hitting hold breath. Yeah, that's a solid hit. Hold on, let me check something. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so you kind of make a slash with the sword, with this great sword, and it makes a decent gash into the neck of one of the heads, and it lets out this like mixture of a roar and a hiss. That did a good amount of damage too. Anything else?
Cry a little? No. And the neck is gonna snarl on it, just. Urgh! And that's it.
And now we will wait for tomorrow.
This has been fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Glad you enjoyed this.
It's really weird watching someone else DM your own world.
That's what I felt like the other week.
Oh, when I was doing Yawning Portal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've been getting a lot of side work done, but yeah, we've had some people watching in and out.
Yeah.
We've been at like a steady 4 people out there. Oh, welcome back.
Oh, welcome back.
You missed it. I died.
Yeah. So
Yep,
we're gonna
he's
have to do
dead.
some alterations.
Oh, the timelines here.
Yep.
Tamar, it's your turn.
Oh, good.
Okay. Who's blowing?
Hello? Sorry, my mic was messing up.
Oh, you're good now.
Sorry.
Yeah, just whack it with your stun baton.
Yeah, nothing bad could come from getting that close to it with a 13 AC, I'm sure. How's the guy looking?
He's pretty roughed up. Like, you know, it looks like he was wearing a similar sort of brown leather jacket and sort of scarf like his brother was wearing, but it's completely torn up. You know, and his body, he's covered in like kind of dirt and what looks like to be blood and flesh of the piles of bones around him, which, by the way, you might be stepping in a little at this point.
That's okay.
But he
She
looks
stepped in worse.
He looks a little worse for wear.
So she's gonna give him a painkiller.
Okay.
Painkillers are like the universal everything potion.
Yeah. And then he doesn't look like he's like got an infection or anything.
No,
Does he?
he looks all right. Like he looks
Okay.
otherwise he looks a little roughed up, but he's otherwise pretty okay.
Okay.
Like this monster didn't do a whole lot of harm to it
That's good.
yet.
Maybe it doesn't want to hurt us. Boy, I sure wish I got the ability to tell good and evil like paladins do.
I just struck it. I don't think it matters whether or not it's good or evil anymore.
Yeah.
You did a big strike against it too.
So she's gonna move kind of over next to him.
Yeah, you're kind of ankle deep in bones and rotted flesh.
That's okay. That's kind of her backstory. It's fine. And yeah, that's it, I guess, for now.
All right. So this thing, all three of its heads are gonna reel up, and they're all gonna come striking down right at Enthenac.
Come on, you beastie.
1, 2, 3.
Fuck, fucking fuck.
That'll be 30 damage.
-7, good sir.
-7. So
So
23.
Okay.
Yeah, these things, I imagine it's like one head went down and like sunk its teeth into your left arm, and the other one went down and sunk its teeth right in your right arm, and it almost like kind of lifted you like a good couple feet out of the water, and the second one just struck you right in the chest, and then they all let go.
Thank you, sir. May I not have another?
Zephyr, actually, before it does that, after it does that, it's then gonna sink backwards.
You're gonna take an attack of op, bitch.
That it is.
Oh, come on.
But as you go to swipe, like the head you were aiming for kind of reels back. And as it's stepping back, what's its movement speed? Okay. As it's stepping back, you see it slowly starts to sink into the water.
I ain't chasing it.
Until eventually, like, it's completely submerged into the water. And it disappears.
Yo, man, let's get our shit and go.
That will bring us to Zephyr.
All right. I'm gonna move up a little bit. Not. So I can't see him at all.
Yeah, even as you get closer, you see nothing. It looks like he just completely submerged under the water, or she submerged under the water.
Very true. I look at Tamara and I say we probably should just find what we're looking for and go.
I think we might have found it. Look at that plant.
Oh. Yeah, you're quite right. Can I like take anything from it?
You can just go down and just rip it out of the ground if you want. It's like this sort of leafy, almost kind of fern-like plant. It's a bright crimson red.
Because that matches the description, right?
Well, he didn't give you much of a description now that you think about it. Other than it was a plant growing on this planet.
Oh, good.
Great.
That being said, you didn't see a whole lot of other plants on the surface.
Yeah, I'd imagine
All right.
lack of water and dust storms probably make it hard for things to grow.
Can I just cut it at the root, or?
Is that what you'd like to do? Or do you just want to rip it?
I'll just rip it.
All right, yeah, you just kind of lean down and grab it and just pull it. And you realize as you're pulling it, like the roots are like way longer than you expected. And so like you pull and it just keeps coming and you're like holding it over your head and the roots are still kind of like, they're thin, but they're like sinking into the ground still. At this point, it's like pulled up like mud from like where it is.
Well, we got what we came for.
Then let's go. I don't think I can take another blow from that beast.
Yeah, let's just go.
We GTFO?
Hold on. Why are you moving, Antonak? Unless Edmund, did you or Zephyr?
Oh, whoops. My bad. I thought we were out of combat.
Anything else you'd like to do? Oh no, you're not. Anything else you'd like to do, Zephyr?
Run away.
All right. How much movement you got left? You can use it.
So if I started right here, 20. So I got 10 left. Eh.
And you can
Yeah.
take the plant with you.
Oh, right. Yes, thank you. I'm also gonna aim at the water. Like prepare, like just try to like
Sure.
be ready.
So are you like readying an action?
Yes, if it peaks up, I'm gonna hit it with a burst.
If it peaks up over here, you're gonna hit it with a burst.
Mhm.
All right.
I can't see that far though.
Yeah, no. So if you see it,
Yeah, I'm shooting at it.
you're shooting at it. Antonak.
Hey, bud. I'm gonna. Oh, whoops. Let's not do that. Let's go back and this time not fuck up. I'm gonna 40 feet my way this way.
Okay, very nice. Anything else?
I'm gonna 80 feet my way this way.
How?
gonna-
Oh, you're dashing.
Yeah, I'm dashing.
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna break into a full sprint and just run out.
I thought you meant another 80 feet, and I was like,
No.
wait a second.
No, my bad.
You're not a monk. All right. Tamar.
I'm gonna reach down and help this guy up.
He kind of helps you up, and he says, "We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here real quick, man. That thing's gonna come back, and it's gonna come back. You're not gonna be able to see it coming." And he's just kind of rambling.
Yep. And she just kind of like puts his arm around her shoulders and starts heading.
He's like, "Oh no, we're so screwed. We're so screwed. We're so effing screwed, man."
So I have 35 feet of movement.
May I suggest a dash?
Well, you
Maris.
are helping him along.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna say, if you're helping him, you can only move half your movement speed.
So bueno.
So basically there.
All right. Suddenly, you all hear another bubbling. This time, not coming from up here, but coming from over here.
We literally can't see where you're clicking.
Over here. That
I don't think any of us can see where you're clicking.
Nope, none of us can see that far.
I think. Can you not see my arrow?
Nope.
Nope.
Can you see
You're
it? Whatever.
bamboozling
You'll
it.
see it in a second.
I'm just,
That's good.
Well, you all can't really see much. But you hear a lot of bubbling, and then you kind of hear something resembling something coming out of the water. And then you might be able to see this
I
thing.
think I saw something. Ah! Gonna bop it.
Yep.
Bad.
Enthenax,
Bad Hydra.
you can't see or hear anything, but yeah. Zephyr,
Yes.
it's your turn. Oh shit.
Can I
Well,
fire
that
it?
triggered. That should have triggered his hold action, right?
No, because he was saying if it comes from the north.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't see it.
Yeah, it's pretty dark down here, which
Oh, I
isn't
see
helping any of you.
Alright. I'm going to shoot at it.
You shoot a blast, and it just like its heads are snaking in every direction. That like you can't get a beat on this.
Why
thing.
Hold on. If I start right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where the exit is.
You didn't know where you're going.
Right there.
I mean, this does accurately represent what's happening. It is very dark down here. There's no light. Anthony,
Hearing this gunshot.
you heard? Yeah, you heard this. You heard a gunshot.
As I'm running, I start running. I turn around. I start in a full sprint, and seeing this beast, I'm gonna run and jump and just go for a full-on downward strike.
Oh, and that's gonna hit it.
Can I aim for the head that I hit before? Is that possible? It's just if it's not possible, it's fine. But I'm just wondering if it's possible.
It is. You can. All right. So you kind of go and you leap and you and you're looking for the head that you hit before, but you can't find any wound. Like you remember
Really? Yeah.
remember leaving a good gash the last time you hit it, but you don't see it anywhere. But nevertheless, your slash does indeed connect.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Because I forgot I had this. I think this is as a bonus action. Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm going to use Second Wind and regain 1d12 plus. It says fighter level, but this is for my berserker, so 1d12 plus 2. So I gain 13 hit points.
All right, sounds good to me.
That is all.
All right, Doctor.
All right. This may be a really bad idea,
Are you
but
even a doctor?
yeah.
Where's your certificate?
Where's your certificate?
She was a medic in the Elven military before.
The Elven Space Military.
Yep.
That's not valid here. Your jurisdiction.
So you guys are gonna think she's crazy. Especially because her holy symbol is her belt buckle. This seems really stupid now. Why did I make it that? That's so dumb. So she kind of like hooks her thumbs around her belt and just bows her head. And you kind of hear her mumbling in Elvish. Hang on, I have stuff. I just need to look it up so that I don't fuck it up.
Look it up so don't fuck it up.
Yep. I never translated that. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Okay, so hang on. So it'd be Zandria Seree Mea, which is Zandria, grant me your light.
Make a religion check.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on, let me think about this. How do I all right. So okay. So you probably Zephyr, can you even see her from where you are? Zephyr?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Can you even see her where you are, Tamar?
Zoom in a little bit. Yes.
All right, yeah. So you kind of see her do this, like hold onto your belt buckle and then say something, and and you don't really like. It looks a little weird, but all of a sudden, all of you notice Enthenac, Tamar, Zephyr. You suddenly like the dark becomes a little less dark, um, ever so slightly. Suddenly, it almost becomes easier to see a little bit.
Well, that's great.
It's like a moon behind clouds kind of thing.
Yeah, so you can't see all like very well, but you can see better than you were seeing a little ago. And did that actually go through, by the way? Did your guys' sight radius just increase?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, good.
Well, mine
Yes.
didn't, but that's okay
Yours did,
Only
okay.
slightly, but I can still see better. Yes.
because I could already see. So,
But, you could see pretty much, but you can see a little better now, actually.
oh, good. I can see the scary thing better.
Um,
Is the light like emanating
Yeah,
specifically from her?
I imagine it's coming from each of you almost. It's even like each of you is now kind of giving off this kind of warm, almost bluish glow.
Oh, good. Now he really knows where we are.
Just dimly. And also now this beast is kind of like outlined in this glow, so all the shadows are like emphasized, like when you put a flashlight under your face.
Oh,
So it looks very terrifying, actually. Anything else, Tamar?
No bueno.
I'm assuming that was an action.
I'd call that a bonus action.
Really?
Nice.
What else were you planning on doing?
I mean, that was pretty much it because I figured it would take the whole time to commune with her.
I'd say that
But-
was a bonus action.
Anthenak is looking okay-ish.
That was a shortish prayer. It wasn't that long.
Don't forget, if you're Dwarven, Roch means heal. Sorry, I thought I'd throw in a little bit of old trivia.
Ugh.
Um,
I'm glad I know.
so I can get to Inthenac.
You'd also
I
get
wouldn't.
You'd also get very close to that thing.
Yeah, and I have to leave our new friend.
Just wait.
Okay, because the only like non-touch spell I have is also a bonus action, so I can't use it. Hang on, let me check something real quick. Oh, that's a lie.
Maybe any slight buff spells if you got them. I think most buff spells are touch though. Ooh, you got haste. Haste would be nice.
Yeah.
Got
well,
some
that's
finger of
not going to
death.
work. I cannot kill anything. I have a thing, but it requires you to not get injured for the next turn.
Yeah, I can't promise that.
So I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't have anything I can do except maybe drag him to the side a little bit.
Yeah, if you need to, just skirt the outsides. I'll tank this thing with the best of my ability.
All right. So yeah, you kind of lead him that way. You also probably noticed Tamar up here.
Yeah.
Is kind of like this like about 10 feet up the wall is this kind of outcropping of kind of like this sort of ledge, and you can probably just faintly make out the outlines of a tunnel that leads from it.
Okay.
Just so you know. All right, this thing. It's gonna lumber on over.
Oh, God.
It's gonna take an attack of op.
Only if it moves outside of your range of.
Oh boy.
I'd say this probably actually. will end up leaving your range, so you are going to get an attack of opportunity.
15 damage. Nope, he turned sideways.
Gotcha.
It's going to kind of move around and dash away, and as it's kind
I
of
had this image all of a sudden of it like you hitting it and whipping around to get you.
And I was like, oh shit! Turn back and fight me. Turns back to fight me. Oh shit!
Hey,
Not
hit
good.
me. And now, two of its heads are going to slash out and attack Enthenek, but one of them is going to lash out and attack Zephyr.
I don't want that.
Those
No.
two are Enthenek.
One hits for 0
That one's
damage.
Zephyr. Zephyr, you take 9 damage.
I love the fact I take that last blow, but it just does no damage. Just brah.
Fight
Zephyr.
me. Oh no, he's fighting me.
I imagine Enthenek. I imagine like almost like you duck under like the first lash, and the second one comes, and you just raise your arm, and it just bites into it, but just nothing happens.
That's awesome.
That's what I saw. Anyway,
I like that. Zephyr, fucking 39 damage. The fuck.
I'm trying.
please do.
Blow a head off.
Okay. Go with the second burst.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Blow a head off.
So yeah, you unleash these rounds, and it just blasts into one head, and just kind of this gore and viscera goes everywhere, and eventually, this head just falls to the ground.
Nice.
We leave now, please.
And then 3 more grow in the spot
shit.
where there was 1.
I don't like that idea.
Enthenek,
Hey, bud.
go ahead.
I'm gonna move in, and I'm gonna go
How
cut
hydras
tight.
work.
21 damage.
Oh, nice. Hold on 1 second. Oh, how handy. Okay, yeah. So this head just had completely fallen off. And then you come and you slash and you do like this uppercut slash and just right through the neck of another one.
Okay, now keep in mind the plasma sword does fire damage.
It does fire damage?
It's a plasma.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, it's plasma.
I get it. Makes sense.
I don't know if that helps, but I think if my ancient Greek lore is correct, you need to cut it with fire. Or burn it with fire with a torch or something. I don't know.
Or squish
only-
it.
If only
Greek
this,
lore ain't my best.
if only this was Greece. All right, Tamara.
Damn.
What do you?
So
No,
she's gonna go this way. There's a tunnel with up a little bit. It's a little bit of a climb, but I think we can do it. And she's gonna kind of like push that guy towards it, towards the tunnel, not the Hydra.
Towards the Hydra. Take him. Yeah. He's just gonna kind of comply to wherever you're sending him. He's kind of out of it, and he's like everywhere you're moving him, like he's keeping his eye on the beast.
She's go get up it,
Um,
and then
he kind of gets to the wall, and he kind of starts to try to scrape up it.
okay, good lad. Oh yeah, that's within range. So I wish I could do cure wounds. Yeah. So I'm gonna bonus healing word Enthenac,
Thank you.
and then I'm gonna healing hands Zephyr. So I'm sorry.
Every little bit helps.
I mean, I needed that.
That's It's even worse.
Wait, are you doing? Okay,
It was the healing hands to you, Zephyr.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any movement from you, Tamar?
No, because she wants to make sure that she can help them.
From the two stumps.
Yep.
Left behind
But fire.
from Zephyr's marksman display and Enthenak's cleave suddenly start to form rapidly, like building off itself. 2 more heads from each stump.
But fire.
It now accurately represents its token. With 5 heads. 3 of which are going to attack Enthenak.
Cut to outside of
2 actually.
the mines. You just hear screaming, but it might just be the wind.
That's good. 4 of them are going to attack Enthenak. 1 of them is going to snap at Zephyr. These first 4 are for Enthenak. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Only 1 hit, dealing 7 damage.
And this one's for Zephyr.
Oh God!
D&D is fun. All right.
The D&D fun, guys. Even though you know Hydras don't regrow heads if they take fire damage because of greased lore, but still, nope. Fuck you and your sense of knowing.
Grease.
This is Grease.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Other than that, that's its turn. Zephyr.
Yes. Okay, so essentially I did nothing.
You blasted off a head.
Into the body.
There's more. Do we just run for it?
Run,
I
dude.
kind of told you to.
Okay, I don't know where the exit is.
I pointed it out.
She pointed out to the ledge that's behind you. That there's an exit up there.
You can't see it yet, but she gave you instruction where to go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. The creature hasn't moved yet. He's out of my vision, but like.
Oh, by the way, as you move away, it makes a snapping attack at you.
I'm in its range. Crap.
So you really get to about here.
Yeah.
You turned around, and suddenly snap right into your back.
Yep, I am at 0.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. You're gonna do fine.
Enthenak,
Make another slash.
take it.
Into the body.
It
misses. It doesn't matter.
yeah, it misses.
Take its fucking legs off.
Tamar.
I hate being low level.
Okay, you do like 30 damage at some points.
I can do at max 26 damage.
So that's for him to stabilize him.
Oh yeah. So
I can
he's
do at max over 30.
he's he's stabilized at this point. So he's no longer dying. What next?
Okay. We decided painkillers are bonus action?
Bonus, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him one of those too. Which I'm now down to 23 of.
Jeez, you have so many. You just like fed them to him or stabbed him with them?
Yeah, it's like a hypo.
Okay.
I have mine in a nice velvet laid box.
I'm like not allowed to buy anything normal D&D wise because like I can't do normal damage and I'm not allowed to wear armor. So I just bought all the painkillers.
That's fair. All right. Well, Zephyr's still unconscious. Painkillers do not revive him.
Well, doesn't Cure Wounds bring them back to...
Cure wound, that just stabilized. So he's not dying anymore, but he's still unconscious.
Well, fuck, how do I wake him up then? If the painkiller doesn't do it and Cure Wounds doesn't do it.
That's a good point. Do a medicine check. Yeah, we'll go back in time real quick to before you cast Cure Wounds. Make a medicine check real quick. Okay. A whack. Your wounds. A whack. A wacky. All right. So the medicine check does stabilize him. The Cure Wounds gives him 8 hit points, and Zephyr wakes up. But you're on the ground. Anything else, Tamar?
I think that's all I can do, right?
You can move.
I mean, not really.
Could if you wanted to.
Can I try and distract some of its heads?
No,
Seems
don't
like
draw
a-
attention to yourself.
Well, you already did like an action and a bonus action, so
Like, I mean, by moving, like, into its range.
Oh, don't do that.
you can try.
Gonna move. Hey there, buddy!
And it kind of
Gonna-
adjusts.
Gonna just channel my inner Ferric and
Throw caution.
ox. And just roll to tame it. Wait. Oh no, I'm not actually a Disney princess. I don't have animal handling.
All right, so this beast, 3 of its heads are going to go and head slash at Enthenac.
All miss.
2 of them are going to dash at this new delicacy that's just walked up to it.
Yep. 12.
It looks angry. Zephyr, you have 8 hit points. You've just been resuscitated, but you are on the ground.
Yeah.
9 HP. Why is he
9
at 9?
HP.
Oh, because he stabilizes the 1.
No, that's me.
Oh, you're at 9 HP.
Yep.
Can I
You all need
shoot
to
from
get
the
out of
ground?
here. You can with disadvantage.
Shoot a stalactite onto it.
Ooh,
Sorry,
that's
I'm not
good.
here.
Okay, so I'll just get up.
That would be pretty cool.
Are there any stalactites above it?
Yeah, I described them earlier. If you were paying attention.
Well, like directly above it. I don't know that they're.
There's a whole lot of them, specifically like around near where the pools are. There's a few nice ones. It's bright. It's fluorescent green. No,
All right, I'll just take a shot at it.
get rid of that. The Hydra's in the way, so I can't.
Burst drive.
Get rid of it.
Shit.
Stop blowing off heads! Ah, it ate me.
I just want to.
All right. Yeah. So you just barely miss it. Actually, you said you stood up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No. You just barely miss it. Like
Okay.
its heads like move and conform to just get out of the way of the string of bullets that you shot.
Great.
I never gave this guy a turn thing, but at this point he's on top of the platform.
Okay.
That was only half of my movement, right? To get back up.
Correct.
I'm gonna move slightly, just to get out of range.
Are you
I can
still
still-
gripping? Are you still gripping the plant through all this?
I kind of like
Stuck it in
Yeah.
your armor.
no. I'll just like I'll just like take it with me.
Mind you, at this point, like the roots aren't out of the ground yet.
Oh.
There's still like a trail of thin root that's currently being pulled out of the ground by you.
Can I just cut it?
If you want to, yeah, you never did.
Yeah, I'll cut it.
Well, you said he could just rip it out.
I did, and then I said how the roots were still in, but like he was holding it. It is long.
No, I missed that part.
So yeah, you can cut it. The root falls to the ground. There's a nice trail of it of root.
Great. I love that.
There it is. Anthony.
Hey, bud. How much you like this monster?
If you want to kill it, kill it.
No, actually, I don't want it to kill Tamar. What are you doing? Get out of here! I'll handle the beast. I want to grapple it.
I'm gonna grapple it.
I want to grapple it.
All right.
What's
So
a grapple check? Because I have fucking
you-
no clue.
It's you do a strength check, right? Max, correct me if I'm wrong.
It's
you do it.
acrobatics or
strength check.
athletics.
Oh, I thought it was just the defender got to choose that.
So I roll acrobatics.
He
or
rolls
athletics?
acrobatics then, I believe. I thought the attacker chooses.
Athletics to grapple.
And
Yeah.
then the defender can choose either.
Ah, that's it. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Okay. All right. Come on. Someone pray for me. No one prayed.
You didn't give me a chance.
You didn't pray.
I was about to pray. Yeah, so you go to like grasp one of its heads, but you like grab it, but then it just rips out of your grip.
Is that a movement or an action?
That was an action.
Fuck. Bonus action, yell at it. And then that's all. Actually, can I bonus action intimidate it?
You can try.
I'm just gonna fucking scream at it.
You can try.
24.
I don't
24.
like you.
That's pretty good.
No, I'm just gonna full on like guttural just just as loud as I human or strongly possible.
What's like a save against being intimidated? Charisma?
I think it's wisdom.
I always rolled Constitution.
Constitution, Charisdom. Consteristation.
Strength.
Because
So you yell, "I will punch my way out of fear." You yell like so loud and startling that the heads kind of start to recoil, like the ones that are looking at you, like kind of start to recoil a bit.
All right, I'm fine
Tamar,
with this.
I'm gonna.
Fuck out of here.
I mean, if I turn around, it's gonna grab me,
Yeah, but
and I'm gonna be down.
Maybe.
So I'm gonna stab myself. Painkiller,
all right.
which is
I'd spend the 2 hit die if I was you.
you have to check and see what my hit die are.
I think a D8.
Yeah, I think so. Is it plus con or just straight?
I always do plus con.
I think it's just straight. Or no, using hit dice, that's plus con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like my route that I drew?
Oh wait, I lied. That's +1, so I get 11 back, which puts me almost at full.
Nice.
Do you like this route that I'm drawing?
Oh yes,
I
it's a
did-
very good route.
That's actually not half bad, funny enough.
Most impressive.
Oh, I'm like super zoomed out. I was like, what are you talking about? Um, uh,
Oh,
Get out of here? Question mark?
I mean, since I'm here,
You can bop it.
I'm gonna bop it, and then I'm gonna run away.
twisted.
Hey, 5 damage. That ain't bad.
You do. Yeah, you like smack it in one of the head, and one of the head goes like, and it kind of recoils back a little.
Bad Hydra. It's like a roll
And then
of
while
newspaper.
it's like
Bad
shocked,
Hydra.
I'm gonna
No,
run for
thank
it.
you.
It makes 2 opportunity attacks against you because it's got so many heads.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Thank God.
All right, so you get away with minimal damage.
Do I get very far though?
You
Because
get
it
30 feet.
stops me if it hits, right?
No, you can
No, it
still
doesn't
keep
stop
moving.
you. It's just like a glancing blow as you
Okay.
move away. It only stopped Zephyr because it knocked him unconscious.
You
So yeah, I brought myself back up to 20 hit points, and now I'm back to 8.
See, with all this 5th age and homebrew stuff, you guys are fairly overpowered for your level, so I can throw things like a Hydra
Yeah,
at you.
this is, well, even, yeah.
Oh, I lied. I have 7 hit points.
This thing,
After this, I want to know why it healed when it took fire damage.
this thing,
After this.
I can tell you right now, it says nothing about that.
In the
5th
Monster
edition.
It
Yeah,
says-
in the monster manual it does.
It says nothing. I'm looking at it right now.
At the end of its turn, it grows 2 heads of each of its heads that died since its last turn, unless it's taken fire damage
unless
since
it's
its
taken
last turn.
Fire damage. I didn't see that part. But you didn't deal fire. Does
I
it
deal fire
say
damage.
that the plasma thing deals fire
Plasma's-
damage?
Plasma glaive is homebrewed, and when we were talking about it, I said, "Is it fire damage?" We talked about it being fire damage. Plus, it's plasma. What plasma doesn't deal fire damage? Have you ever touched plasma?
I think it's cooler this way. Anyway,
I think it's bullshit this way.
well, I'm the DM right now. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you may be the DM. I can still think it's bullshit.
That's fine. I can live with that.
Yeah, see, now we're both happy. You're happy.
Mutual,
It's
it's mutual
us.
understanding.
Yeah, you're happy because you get to kill us, and I'm happy because you understand that it's bullshit.
I'm extra happy because if I kill you, Max gets to spend that much extra time trying to fit it into the story.
Now give me those 5 attacks.
Enthenac had a twin brother.
Please let him have a character that lives more than 2 sessions.
Nope, it's not happening. I'm bringing in a bulwark, by the way, Max. You can't stop me.
So all 5 heads are gonna attack Enthenac.
Oh, God damn it.
1, 2,
Miss,
3,
miss,
4,
hit.
5.
Hit, miss. Fuck
That's
me. So that's 39. 39. All right. So, well,
34.
each attack is reduced by 7.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's true.
So the first attack is only 8,
8
and then the
plus
second
12,
attack
so you took
is
20.
12.
So you took 20 damage.
Oh, I'm still up. I'm still good.
Are you good to be hit again if you run away?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I'm perfectly fine.
Zephyr.
Let's see.
Whoops, moved
Oh,
my guy
boy.
in accident.
I can still see it just a little bit.
You can see ahead, which is all that
Shoot
matters.
its head off.
Or
No, actually, don't shoot its head off.
I'll aim. I mean, well, it's not
Also,
really up to me to
actually,
where I hit it.
James, this isn't a Hydra. This is an alien that happens to behave similar to a Hydra,
Oh, fuck off.
except for its aversion to fire. So there you go.
Screw you.
And other things.
Screw you. I'm gonna be happy when this thing kills me. I'm gonna bring back Kevin.
All right, Zephyr. Yeah, you want to take control?
I will take control of Kevin and I will run him into the ground.
Go crazy, Zephyr.
Nah, I think I'm good. I
Just
am
run. I'm gonna run. You gotta run.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run.
Double
Alright.
dash and get the fuck out of here. Oh, don't
Climbing,
double dash.
climbing is half your speed, right?
I think so.
I think that's what it is.
Pretty sure.
It's about 10 feet up. Either way,
Yeah.
you get to pretty much the ledge, at the top ledge.
I
gonna-
dash. Sorry, I'm not here.
Are you gonna? You can't see it from where you are, so you can try to shoot at it with disadvantage if you want.
You could shoot a stalactite at it.
You could shoot a stalactite at it, although or vaguely aim towards where you think a stalactite probably is. If you wanted. Zephyr.
Oh wait a minute. Actually I can't see it anymore.
That's what I'm saying. You can try. You just have disadvantage.
Okay. Here
Blind
goes
fire.
nothing.
Blind fire.
Would one long range like rifle hit, like break the stalactite?
I don't know.
It is rock, so yeah.
It's worth a try.
All right.
Where are you aiming for?
Above it.
Okay. Roll that again, and the first damage will apply because you're rolling with disadvantage.
He did roll. He rolled twice.
Oh, he did roll twice. I'm stupid.
11 and 12.
I was only looking at the second one. The doy. That's pretty good. Okay, so you shoot up. This was just with your rifle. Oh, right, 3 rounds. Okay,
Yeah, it's a burst on his rifle.
so it's 3 shots. Okay. So you kind of just blindly fire above, hoping to hit something, and like you hear the bullets connect with the stone. And you see some stones start to fall, but nothing of substantial size. But rocks started falling. And the
Okay.
neck.
I'm gonna attempt to grapple it.
Again.
Yes, again.
All right.
I gotta hold this thing while they leave.
Well, you gotta leave too.
I will leave.
You do realize
Okay.
that Tamar's not leaving until you start to leave.
I already told you to go.
You're not my captain.
Ah, that's a good point. Shit. And you haven't told me to leave yet, so I'm not disobeying my captain's orders.
I told you to make a run for it like
I'm gonna
4
give
rounds ago.
I'm gonna give you some time now. Pray for me. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. 5. No one's gonna pray for me. What am I saying?
I
12.
am praying for you.
12. Oh, defender wins.
I say roll again.
Oh,
Tiebreaker.
that works. 27.
Ooh.
I got one of its heads in a headlock.
What a battle. You are wrestling with this Hydra, and at this point, you have like 2 grabbed, and you're like pulling them together. And this thing is
Yeah.
tugging back at you. That doesn't sound intimidating at all.
Pretty
Was
scary.
that Kevin? That sounded like
Yeah,
Kevin.
Kevin. I'm surprised it's Kevin in a Hydra suit. Okay.
You know the sound the T-Rex makes in Jurassic Park?
That.
That.
Okay. Can I attempt to pull it?
Pull it where?
Just pull
Pop it. Pull it.
I want to pull it this way.
Twist it.
Twist.
Like, could I move like half my movement since I'm grabbing it and just
you could. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. You can move up to a quarter of your movement.
quarter is 10. Okay, I can do 10 feet.
But it gets an opportunity to try to escape.
1 second. Let me see where these guys are. Okay. Oh, Tamara, you're not on the fucking ledge yet. I'm gonna roll a die because I don't know. One was move. Okay, we're gonna move. We're gonna move 10 feet.
All right, make a athletics check to hold it.
Yep. 26.
20. You begrudgingly tug it along. It's kicking up water. It's kicking up mud from where it stood. What an awesome scene! You're fucking tugging a hydra.
I know, right?
It's so badass.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? And I'll shout, Tamar, get out of here! I'll leave, trust me! You gotta go!
You had better fucking leave, or I will come back and kill you myself.
Of course, my captain!
It's an order.
My captain.
But she scrambles over and is
What was it?
and is going to attempt to climb. Oh boy. Climbing is athletics, correct?
No,
No,
you can climb at half your move.
Yeah, you can climb it just half your. I mean, because it's not a difficult climb. Like it's a rugged wall.
Oh, okay, good.
Difficult.
Good.
And like I imagine the two guys at the top, Bill and Zephyr, like they'll like help you up when you get to the top.
Okay.
So you just kind of make it.
Yep.
Are you just gonna start booking it down the?
No, I'm gonna tell them to go.
This one can turn around because his turn is kind of like your turn. Who's gonna be like, yeah, oh, all right. And he just kind of starts to book it. Shoo.
Oh wait, I'll stay. I'm gonna stay.
Go.
You have to wait your turn either way.
That's an order.
The Hydra's gonna attempt to break free, Anthony.
Okay.
Oh, whoops! It's the 9.
9. 10!
It can't move. You currently have grappled 2 heads. 3 of them are still free.
But the target is considered grappled, isn't it?
Yes.
You can still fight when you're grappled. You just can't move.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I did not know that.
But
I'm
only-
used to Pathfinder. In Pathfinder, you like can't attack or something, or it's made like a massive penalty.
Pathfinder.
I learned to play D&D on Pathfinder, so
I
every
know,
Pathfinder rule
I
is
know.
engraved into my brain.
I just like messing with you. All right.
Learning a new system that I barely got taught is hard.
3 attacks coming your way.
Only 1 hits for 7 damage. Oh, whoops, move my guy.
Are you unconscious?
Nope.
Just barely. Just
I'm
barely.
still up.
Just-
I'm still up.
Zephyr.
Just go, Zephyr. You hear Ethanak yell.
I gave you an order.
You can't see it.
Mm,
You just hear the sounds of like, and struggling and Anthony yelling and grunting and
I don't like this.
You
And then
hear
I'll just
Ethanak
start-
laughing.
Bring the weed.
Gotta bring that with you.
All right, and I'll.
You're off.
start
Shoot.
heading out.
Oh, you're looking at the beyond. Don't look there.
Oh, that's. I saw the word green.
You're out of there. You get to look. There you go.
Oh, neat.
You're in the beyond realm.
Wow.
Anthony Clay.
Can I stab it while holding it?
Is the plasma greatsword one-handed or two-handed?
It is typically two-handed, but because of my ability, I can wield it one-handed. Because Berserker, bitch.
All right.
Alright.
But I'd say you have disadvantage.
Oh, come on.
You are struggling against a writhing Hydra.
Alright, that's fair.
Holding it,
So 10.
Yeah, that's not gonna do.
That's fine. I can only use second wind one time, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, you can't use this feature until you finish a long or short rest. Okay.
Tamar.
I'm
Okay,
waiting
Tamar.
till I see him. Nope.
Oh, come on, Tamar, just run. I can run once you run.
Come on.
So you're just gonna stand there and just kind of wait for him?
I'm gonna hold my action until I see him running. If I see him running towards me, I'll run.
There you go, Zephyr. That's just for you. All right. This Hydra is going to try to break free.
All right, so roll on athletics.
Yep.
It breaks.
It finally breaks free. It kind of breaks away. And it's going to make 5 more attacks at you.
All right. Roll them slowly so it doesn't just go.
1,
I'm dead.
2,
I'm dead.
3,
I'm dead.
4, 5.
They all hit. Well, yeah, no, because I'm unconscious, so they all hit.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
actually dead.
um.
Damn it,
No.
Nick.
Nick, I'm actually dead.
This is actually all
We're
a dream.
supposed to kill anybody.
I have the
hold
biggest
on now.
smile on my face right now, but I am actually dead.
Hold
James
on now.
typically tries to get his characters killed, so it's not all
I
your
don't
fault.
typically try to get my characters killed. I just try
What
to
are
do
you-
whatever's most
Are
badass.
you averaging one character every 2 sessions in 2 different games you're in with me?
Shut up. Hey,
Hold on now.
Draskin has made
Hold-
3 sessions.
Hold up.
All right, I'm going ghost mode. Good luck.
So hold up. So Tamar, you kind of witness Enthenak, like he takes a bite from this thing and he laughs, and then another one comes down and bites down on his arm and he laughs again. Another one just hits his head right into his chest and he's on the ground bleeding profusely and he's laughing. And then finally one comes down. I think this is one more than actually hit you, but it's cool. And then actually finally just one comes down and just crushes right on his chest. And he just falls to the ground motionless. The Hydra kind of lifts 3 of its heads and looks up towards where you are, Tamar, the 2 heads still looking down at Enthenak. And it just kind of turns around and it just wades back into the water.
Fuck. I am literally not allowed to leave him.
Zephyr, what are you just kind of
You
hanging out?
cannot leave someone alive. I am dead.
I'll sit with this. I'll sit with the guy in the weed. Hey,
Hanging out in the cool kids club.
she gave me an order. I guess.
I'm so fucking weak. Okay.
I know how this. I know. I played a healer before. I know you know them better than I do. But the way I interpret it, and anyone who has any say can put into this, you cannot leave someone who is alive and hurt. I am dead.
But
That
she doesn't know
first
that for 100%
down.
yet.
That first hit downed me. The second hit did 2 death saves. The third hit did the third and final death save, plus an extra death save, just for insult.
So
I mean, as a player, I know that, but as the character,
that's true.
But would she run knowing that she's gonna die as well if she goes down? It's one of those moral dilemmas.
The new party's actually just Zephyr, Bill, Jacquin, and this weed. That's the new party.
Max,
We're
I know
all
you wanted to
hanging
call
out.
it root, but we got to call it weed now.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Dude,
It's
dude.
forever. It's like forever root or weed. Forever weed.
Forever weed. Got it.
Um,
Are they dancing? Holding on to the weed?
yep.
They're the cool kids club.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Why they got
What happened to this game?
Man.
And then that
Oh, wait.
clay happened.
Tamar, what are you gonna do?
Fuck. Because I don't have any spell slots left. Wait, is spare the dying a reaction?
I don't
Sounds
Hang
like
on.
it
Spare
should
the
be.
dying doesn't work on dead.
I mean, I could get it down to just one extra death state instead of, 6. Oh, no, it's an action. Fuck.
So I am not gonna attempt to sway your actions at all. It wouldn't be pointless not to get him or to get him.
See, the problem is
Can't she even carry him?
yeah.
Not quickly.
I weigh.
He weighs like 500 pounds, isn't he?
Check.
What's
That's
the
not right. One second. Let me check my PDF.
I thought it was more
What's
than
your-
that even.
I weigh
What's your-
480.
There it is.
what's
Alright.
your
Fixed. Hang on.
maximum that your carry push is like what? 15 times your strength?
It says down in equipment.
Here's your character sheet.
If you
Wait.
look in the equipment at the
Yours
very
doesn't
bottom.
have it.
Oh, does it not?
She doesn't.
I'm
I'm
pretty
not
sure
sure
it's
why.
15. Yeah.
It's because I am so weak. I don't know.
My drag carry lift, or my push drag lift, is only 660. 660, my bad. 660. So even I could barely pull myself, and I have 22 strength.
What the hell? Why isn't it on your character sheet?
Yeah,
I'm on your
I
sheet,
don't
yeah.
know.
I'm probably you probably see me just flipping around your character sheet here, so just don't mind me.
I know I fucked
The
up.
problem
but
is, like, I mean, the thing is, like, even if I went down, I cannot heal myself any more than I am right now.
Well, you don't see the Hydra.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
you
but I
can
know it
drag
does
him.
that sneaky shit.
Oh, sneaky.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hop down and I'm gonna run to him, and the whole time I'm gonna be praying.
All right. We're effectively out of combat now.
And I actually,
Oh, there it is.
okay.
30 times your strength score. Push, drag, or lift. Wait. Yeah.
30 times your strength score?
Wait, why does it say two different things? You can push, drag, or lift a weight in pounds up to twice your carrying capacity, or 30 times your strength score. Yeah, there you go.
How much does Enthenac weigh?
I cannot. I can only drag 240 pounds.
So she would need help.
So
I'm not the
you're
DM.
kind of pushing.
But-
You're a ghost. Get out of here.
Ooh.
But I am, like, praying for help the whole way.
So here's the thing: are you just gonna tug him out the way that you guys came in?
She
I-
literally can't. That's the
I
thing.
foresee, or at least what you're trying to do is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can.
Because
Like,
you're not gonna lift him up. that
yeah, I can't get him up that. I don't care what kind of, like, mom adrenaline strength you have. You can't. Yeah.
So you start like it's like you like every time you struggle, you move him like an inch.
Yeah, I'm on. Do we have comms, right? I mean, surely we have comms.
Yeah, but it's whether or not they'd work this far underground.
Yeah.
Well, Zephyr, at this
That's
point,
me.
so you kind of have followed this tunnel, and it kind of was a steep incline upwards, and it kind of did a snake, like a full circle, like a 180 around, and eventually it emptied out to the top of that mound that you came in, or that from, the mound that you guys entered. This was the one at the top, the one that kind of had the stairs leading to it. When you saw the sky, you saw that it's completely clear. Whatever storm was raging earlier is quickly had passed.
Mhm.
and I imagine you got up there a little while ago, and Bill's up there with you. And I imagine you kind of sit and you wait for them for a little while, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah. So, Tamara, are you giving up at all, or are you're just?
Nope,
I'm
I'm
getting
just
outta here?
like chanting.
You wait for a good 5 minutes before Bill kind of speaks up. He's like, I don't know if they're coming out of there. I just think we should go. We should go back. Go to my brother.
You going ahead. He's at the bandit bar in town.
Okay. Thank you.
It's all right.
With that, he kind of starts running back towards town. Do you just keep waiting?
Yes.
Another 5 minutes go by. Nothing. You're like over here now. Another 5 minutes go by. There's just silence.
By this point, yes, I've bled out. I'm dead. You would know this as a doctor. You would know he's dead.
That's the joy of being someone religious, though. She wouldn't.
Zephyr, another 5 minutes go by. 10 minutes go by. 10 minutes go by. You hear in the distance, you see a ship start to take off towards town. You see the shape of it lift off. You recognize it as Bing and Bill's ship. Another 10 minutes. It's been about an hour. You've heard nothing.
I want to go back down there.
You know what? Now is a good time.
It's been an hour. She's only at the entrance.
He's a robot,
So-
man. He doesn't.
And the whole time, it's just been a slew of begging and cursing in both English and standard, or Elvish and standard.
Zephyr, you make your way back down, and you come to the come back to the cave, pretty much.
It's just a trail of blood.
And you just see like this trail of blood, and you see Tamara has pretty much just gotten to like where it opens into the cave from the tunnel you came from. I assume. Do you what are you doing, Zephyr?
So is there any sight of?
Here you
I'll head down.
I'm sorry, the neck's a lot wider.
Start going this way. Okay, there's a trail of blood. Oh wow, that is a very large trail of blood.
And the neck's a very large man. There's apparently also a fireball of blood.
Fire blood.
Tamar, like in the through your
Oh, Jesus. Squirting blood.
I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun. Tamar, through in the middle of like your cursing and your tugging, like you see your vision's like blurry at this point, Tamar. Just through like the struggling. But eventually you see Zephyr approach.
We need to leave.
We have to get him out of here.
We'll carry him, but
Good fucking luck.
it's gonna take a while.
We can't leave him here.
I know. All right, I'll try to pick him up.
So with your combined strength, what's your strength, Zephyr?
My strength 14.
That's not bad.
That definitely helps. So with your like combined strength of helping, you're able to, albeit slowly, you're able to get him out of the cave back the way you came. Eventually, you get to the opening of the mine, and you see the landscape, the footprints that you had made previously on your path. A stark reminder of where you came from. Everything just looks as if it had reset completely. There's just nothing. And so you make your way back to town. It takes a good solid 3 hours moving back, and eventually, you come back. You see that the ship.
Well, like once we're above ground,
Okay.
are
Yeah.
our comms working?
Yeah. You kind of hear like the little.
Yeah,
thing.
I'll signal the ship to meet us. Because
Man, that ship went through a sandstorm. Luckily, he installed those extra filters in the other adventure that took place in between now and the first one. Because yeah, you kind of go through the comms, like we're ready to whatever, and you see in the far distance.
we need extraction.
Yeah, we need extraction. You see in the far distance the shape of your ship. After a few minutes, lift up off the ground and slowly hover on its way over, and it comes down. And like you really have to cover your eyes because when it does cover down, like this huge cloud of dust is kicked up. So you use those bandages to cover your faces and.
Yeah, I imagine we still had them like tied around our necks.
Yeah. And the bay doors open up, and you kind of lug him back on, and one of the pilots is there, and he says, "Jesus, what or not Jesus, but Space Jesus, what happened?"
A lot. I turn to Tamara and I say, "Do we bury him here?"
I mean, he said he's from a planet like this. Like, be as close as we can get him to home.
You recognize that I imagine the planet that you were originally at was closer.
Okay.
It was less blue desert and more gray desert or brown desert.
Brown desert.
Yeah.
All right.
Funny enough, he is actually from a green desert planet. Because I took something normal and I added a color to it.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi!
So I assume you kind of give him like
I
a
think-
proper like holding or what? Go take it away.
So yeah, I think I don't know, because he fell in battle, so this might be better. But like the other place is so much more peaceful.
Typically, you'd burn the body if they fell in battle. Sorry, I'm not here. I'm dead.
In your culture, do I know that?
Oh, you burn the body.
I mean, I could use my energy blade to start a fire.
All of a sudden, kind of in the middle of your discussion, you hear like over the voice comm one of the pilots. At this point, you've taken off, or unless you haven't, you've been waiting. I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We brought him into the.
Yeah, and you haven't. That makes more sense.
Yeah,
But
into
in the middle
the.
of your discussion, you kind of hear over the comm, Captain, there's a transmission for you. There's a call.
Can you patch it through to the infirmary?
Yeah, 1 second.
Tamara's just covered in blood.
So you kind of make your way to the infirmary, and the screen kind of slowly flickers on, and you see this grainy black and white like picture coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's streaking and there's pixelating like throughout the whole thing, but you kind of recognize the face of Elder Crisco.
And he's kind of like, Captain, have you made it? Did you get the plant?
Did we get the wet plant?
Yeah, I think so.
We
Yeah.
got it.
Sorry, I'm not here. I'm dead. I keep forgetting. I'm just gonna mute my
I
mic.
hear him.
It's like I can almost hear him. Yes, we got it.
It's a successful trip, I presume.
If the death of one of my crew members qualifies as successful, then yes.
Oh, who died?
The big guy.
There's kind of like a silence for a moment, and he says,
Bring him here. He's a hero here. After the other day, we have a ritual, if you'd be so kind.
We're already on our way.
Safe travels, Captain.
and the picture kind of fades away. You hear over the comm, we good to take off, Captain?
Yes.
Engaging takeoff.
Laying a course for the other place we were.
Verident.
Verident. Verident isn't green?
Verident.
Badent is very gray. Oh.
Uh,
I still feel like that should be green. That's okay.
it's called irony. Yeah, so you hear over the comm, engaging takeoff procedure. And you guys take off,
Definitely.
and they're in.
Can you help me get him into the infirmary?
Was that to Zephyr? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going that way now. We're still in a cave.
I know. Calm down.
Help! Oh.
Oh. What?
Whee!
We.
The layers.
Maps have layers.
Much like ogres.
So there's a whole day of travel. What are you guys spending? How are you guys spending that?
I spend it rotting.
No, I'm preserving the body.
Damn you.
That's why I had him help me bring you to the infirmary.
Anything else in the day of travel, Zephyr?
I guess just
Get patched up because we're both like pretty rough.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you gain the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, good.
All back together.
And eventually, you hear over the comma, we're just now entering the atmosphere. We've arrived at Verident. And so you can kind of see out of the window. Is there a window in the infirmary?
Yeah, we're looking at it right now. I'm looking
I
at it.
actually can't see anything. I'm like stuck on a different layer of the map, maybe.
Oh,
I can see out. It's
Like
pretty.
the old map. It's like all I can see is the outline of the cave from before.
Try coming in.
Yeah, reloading.
Reconnect.
That one, reconnect.
Oh, there we go. Yes, there's a window in the infirmary.
Yeah, so you can kind of see, you see the planet in the distance, kind of this green in spots, but brown in most sphere. As the ship gets closer and closer, eventually you enter the atmosphere and you see eventually the outline of the village of Oakfee. And yeah, it happens to look like that. Then it collides with the sun.
Oh no!
But no, you eventually arrive back at the village of Oakfee, and as you're kind of landing, there's kind of a gathering of the people as as the ship is landing, and you hear over, we successful touchdown.
I guess we bring him out.
Mm-hmm. I'm imagining at this point we probably have a gurney.
Yeah, something like that to help. Maybe do you get like one of the pilots to help take him out so you don't have to because you have 8 strength?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll ask one of them.
Yeah, so one of the pilots will kind of help bring Antonek out, and like the drop bridge kind of extends out, and the ship, the bay doors open, or whatever. I don't know what this ship's equipped with, so I'm just making it up. And yeah, there's this kind of crowd of people, but they look kind of solemn. As you kind of bring them out, there's a little muttering amongst the crowd, but not much, and they're almost kind of creating like a funnel shape leading you towards the hut of Elder Crisco.
Elder Lard.
Elder Lard. I assume you guys just make your way through.
Pushing that gurney on sand.
Yeah.
It's tough, but eventually you get there, and you see as you get closer, you see Crisco in the doorway, and he like stops you before you get in, and he kind of comes over and he looks over Antonek, and he says,
If you permit me, some time with the body.
Please. Just be careful.
Oh, and you have the plant, right?
I pull out the very long plant, very long weed.
Says that's the wrong one.
no,
I would kill him.
It's the other plant.
no,
Oh yeah, the other red one.
it's actually you need the root.
He takes it. He's like, very nice. Hope you didn't go through too much trouble. Well,
And he kind of looks down and he looks at Antonek. He says,
I will take these.
and he takes the plant, and then he kind of starts tugging in the gurney, and like the pilot like goes to help him because he's an old man. He's like,
Buzz off. I got it.
and eventually he gets it inside his home, and he like brings close like these curtains.
Tamara's so mad that this old man could drag him in, and she couldn't even drag him out of a cave.
I mean, he didn't do it like easily, but
Yeah, but she spent an hour.
And
To move him
eventually,
like 12 feet.
do you guys hang around?
Mm-hmm. At this point, we're definitely getting paid, because otherwise, fuck this.
Eventually, after like a few minutes, like the man like peeks his head out through the curtains. He says,
I'm gonna need a little privacy. More privacy.
and he kind of beckons you like,
Go on, shoot.
Were we not? I thought we were outside his hut. Like, where else do?
yeah, you're outside his hut, and he peeked his head outside the hut, where he closed the curtains. The curtains were to the door of his hut.
How much further does he want us to go?
Hey, just get out of here. I need.
Like, off the planet? Like, what the fuck?
No, you're down. Converse with the locals. I don't care. Go away for a little bit. I'll call you when I'm done.
He's harvesting my organs.
Come back. He's gone. Kevin's
Tam-
gone.
Tamara walks away and is just like, I hate this fucking old man. I hate him so much. Oh my god, I should have just killed him. God damn it.
Such a pacifist.
Zephyr.
From the beginning, I knew he was trouble from the start.
Zephyr, do you follow Tamar?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys kind of go off, and some of the locals come and introduce themselves, and thank you for getting rid of the the usual, thank you for what you did, I'm sorry for your loss, that whole sort of thing. After about an hour or so, you guys at this point are kind of hanging around the center of town. Both the pilots are out, that the locals have brought out food and celebrations. Some of them are playing music, drinks and whatnot. Both the pilots are out conversing. Eventually the merriment's interrupted when Crisco enters the circle, and he beckons to both of you and he says,
Come here. Come on. Come on. I got something to show you.
I guess we have no choice.
Let's go.
and he kind of leads slowly with his cane, taking each step pretty meticulously, and eventually he leads you to his home.
I don't
And-
believe it for a second.
And
Some Yoda bullshit.
and he like the curtains to his hut are currently closed. But he gets up to there and he's like,
Well, I got you. I got you something.
and he peels back the corner. And first of all, you see Kevin standing up, kind of sitting up on his chair, on the bed that he was laying on, rather. And he's just kind of looking around, and then he like makes eye contact with you, and he like turns his head like a bird does, and he goes, and he stands up and he starts moving over to you, and he goes to give you both a big hug.
I love it. Tamar and Zephyr are probably the least comfortable with physical contact in the entire crew.
Yeah.
Just like
And he's
pat him.
and the old man says,
Yeah, he's been waiting for you, and someone else been waiting for you too. Come here. Come here.
and he kind of beckons you to come further inside. And you kind of come inside, and you see on a bed similar to where Kevin was, is Enthenek's body. But you recognize, first of all, he's been like cleaned up. He's no longer bloody and bleeding and
Oh, he wasn't.
whatnot.
I had already done that.
That's true. That's right. I forgot about that. I forgot you didn't come directly here.
As directly as we could.
That's true. I forgot about that. Sorry. But what is different though is he's kind of dressed in this sort of like weird like purple like robe. And you notice his chest is moving in a distinct breathing like pattern.
That seems
What kind
odd.
of necromantic evil?
You go, oh no, nothing like that. Just medicine. Yeah. I thought you'd be able to figure that out.
He looks at Tamar, but he's like,
I guess not. Yeah, no, he's good. I got him.
I hate this guy so much. I hate him so
I got him.
much.
I got him.
I think this is Kregar's uncle, actually.
It
Yeah,
has
it
to
sounds
be.
like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is Kregar's like
yeah.
great uncle.
Actually, this be like his great. Yeah, something like that.
It's like 43 greats.
Yeah.
But he says,
Yeah, no, yeah, he's good.
How did you?
Oh, don't worry about that. Just the root and yeah, you got it. You can take him now. He's kind of smelling up the place.
Do you? So is he not decaying?
No. He's good. He's just gonna need to take a nap for a little while.
Just sleep it off.
I'll be good.
How?
Yeah, you guys should really be going soon. Get off. Leave, please.
How?
At this point, he's kind of gone over to he's kind of going over and fiddling with something fiddling over at something on his desk, and he's like,
You don't gotta worry about it. The point is that he's good. He's alive.
No, how did you do? He was
he
dead.
looks over and he's like, well,
There's no way. There's no way.
well, Miss, I assumed at some point you guys had some form of introduction. We didn't actually say it,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, probably.
but he's like,
I would assume that anyone you, Miss Doctor, would know that be able to do that, but guess not. I did though.
Hold on. Zephyr is just. There's a difference between knowing medicine and knowing how to revive the dead.
Oh, it's just a simple trick, you know. Don't worry about me, just old wise medicine man, you know. Don't worry about it. Look, I got you your chicken. I brought your friend, you know, he's good now. What more do you want from me? Oh, you want money? I can give you money.
At this rate,
No.
I think we're good.
Great, I wasn't gonna give you money.
Hey,
Bye.
we owe you a debt, I suppose.
Don't worry about it. Actually, don't come back. You guys are annoying.
Well, I guess we leave.
I think the guys are gonna be mad at us. We're not gonna be able to pay for gas.
Just leave. You guys are annoying. It's all my mute's unmuted. Sorry.
Is Anthony he's sleeping, right?
yeah, he's breathing. It's not as if it was sleep, more of he's unconscious.
Yeah, okay. What's Elder
Crisco.
Lord.
Crisco, right. Would you give me just a moment so I can get some help moving him?
Oh yeah. Just
Unless
whatever-
Kelvin fills up to helping. She'll look over at Kevin.
Yeah.
He'll kind of go over and he perches himself on top of Enthenek and kind of sits down.
But God.
Oh, Kevin.
Oh, he's so lucky I'm asleep.
But God.
He takes this to he starts just kind of poking Enthenek,
That's not good try, bud.
doing some form of chicken laugh where he's like he looks content.
Some kind of chicken laugh.
He takes up Enthenek's hand and makes him pick his own nose.
Kevin, please be respectful.
God.
He kind of lifts himself off and
All right, I'll be just a moment, Elder Crisco.
Oh, don't leave me with a chicken.
I mean, she's just gonna go stick her head out and holler for the guys. So
at that point, you kind of see as you're sticking your head out, Kevin goes to start he just starts knocking over books.
Kevin,
God damn, no, you.
He comes over and he starts whacking his cane at him.
Kevin, why don't you head back to the ship?
But God.
And he just kind of lazily walks his way out. I assume you just call for the pilots and Zephyr and everyone.
Yeah,
Or Zephyr's already there. Unless
yeah. Between Zephyr and the pilots, I figure we can move him.
Yeah. So the pilots come over and they see, and they're kind of obviously surprised when they come in, but they're just kind of oh, whatever.
Everyone's so Like, she's so concerned about how people will respond to doing magic, and then someone does magic, they're like, oh, whatever.
Well, like they come in and they obviously like question, but Crisco kind of just gives them the same. I just did some medicine. Just medicine. Thought anyone could do it. Guess not.
Necromantic bullshit.
Yeah, and so they kind of bring him out, and when they bring him out, there's almost like more of a celebration when you come out. Like people are wearing a similar kind of purplish robe that Enthenak's currently dressed in, and there's like streamers and kids
All
have
right,
like
ready to get out of this hellscape.
puppets, and they're all kind of like cheering when they see Enthenak.
Puppets?
Yeah, like carved wooden puppets.
Oh, are they of Enthenak?
It looks similar to Enthenak. It's kind of like a
Fuck yeah.
cartoony Enthenak.
I'm okay with this.
Weird kind of fucking C-3PO bullshit. Okay.
And eventually you get back onto the ship, and one of the pilots is we leaving? And one of the other ones like, yeah, because it looks like the party's starting.
They're kicking us out.
Oh. And as they're coming on, like one of them mutters, like, I don't know what you did, but I didn't want it to party. Whatever. And
I suppose we'd better go pick up our comrades.
one of them's like, all right. Does anyone know where they are? And that's where we'll end this session.
Wow.
Am I getting kicked out for this? I feel like this is something you get fired for.
So, I had an idea, but if you did leave him dead, I was just gonna say this was a future session. Plot twist, plot twist. But I'm gonna end the stream though, so thanks everyone who's watching. I'm glad the sound worked this time.
Just make sure I'm not fired, right?
Yeah, well, we'll have a discussion off stream, James.
Oh,
You do.
okay. Oh my god, that's what I did.